want for though. Say y'all watch face, do what you want for though. Jeez. I just trace your trace. You can't come back, boy. Yeah, do what you want for though. Dappy conqueror, do what you want for though. Jeez, come is man. That time session still. Just waiting for the man them to roll over here and all that. You get me? I'll take man like DC Brad in the building early. Yo, brother, walk on. What you saying, man? Yeah. Just gonna wait for the rest of the man them to roll over. You get me?
Yeah, they talking. They figured it out right now.
Man.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Just say, yeah, man's big, bad, and brave, boy. Do what you want for though. Yeah, yeah, bruv. Like, it's been a good discussion today. You get me? Like, a few people popped over. Yeah, big up Jimbo in the building. Come on.
Coca-Cola, please.
Come on.
All right, that's it, son. That's it.
Man,
Right. Yeah, man. So, yeah. Come on, you know how we do. Yeah, big up DC Brad in the building. Newest G Block member. Come on. The triumph of death right now. You get me? Money, power, respect.
Yeah. G Block, Washington branch, American branch.
We saying DC, you don't believe in fairy tales? Big up, my G.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I don't believe in non-African fairy tales. If that's safe. So if the God don't have my face, I don't talk about it.
All right, I hear that. There's some. Oh man, I don't even know if I can show you. Though. Do you know about there's that Cuban artist, the woman, and she does paintings of biblical. Did you call it biblical? She does like biblical paintings and stuff, but like they're all Africans.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture of it. It's my fucking what do you call that? Screensaver. Hold on. Who's on the laptop?
I ain't even on the laptop, man.
Oh, it's happening, really. You're right.
Yeah, well gone, brother. Big up, man, like AO still, man. Big up. Yeah, that's you, yeah.
It's happening, you're right.
Yeah, man, Medaya, man, come on, make the duppies them spin, you get me? Like hot wash and satellite dish round, that's what it is.
That's fun. Oh, yeah, you know when I put on the names that when I'm there, that saying Ready Addy and everything, I ain't trying to make a mockery or nothing. I'm just saying all the names that rhyme with it, that match with Ready, I'm just like, yeah, it's like Ready Addy, Jordan Velford, Velvis Presley, just coming up with new names.
Yeah, man, just basically, yeah, man, we'll just make for in this speaker's corner argument mode, yeah. Man will just say, I don't know, or I'm wrong. You get me? It's like man are allergic to saying I'm wrong and I don't know, cuz. Yeah, man would just say they don't know the whole ins and outs, cuz. So as you're getting to see, man will claim a lot of things from, but won't prove nothing in it. So,
Sir, Billy. Hey, DC, you there?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna post the link, yeah, in the side chat. Can you see the side chat? Can you see the thing on the side chat?
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, have a look at she's an Afro-Cuban artist. She's a fucking G.
Yo, I follow her on Instagram. Yeah, she's light skinned. Yeah,
she's a beast. And Belly, try
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind having a church. I want to start a church and just have that. You know what I mean? Like, if we could have that, I'll be okay with anything. You know?
Yeah, 100.
It's just we don't have that. You know what I mean? It's like
she's actually sick, though, man.
Wait, anti-Islam Israelite. What is that?
Yeah, what's happening? Salute.
Are you black?
Yeah. I'm black British. Yeah.
Wait, are you a Hebrew Israelite?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Are you okay? Let me ask you this, because there's two forms of you. Are you Israelite by blood or by faith?
By blood. What faith as well? Yeah, blood and faith. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, do you you're from Africa, or do you believe you're from the Levant?
So again.
Like, do you believe that you're African, or do you have any connection to the African continent? Do you believe in that?
No. We're from a land called Canaan, which is not modern day Israel, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and Jordan. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wait. Huh? So can I ask you, like, did you come like from Israel to the UK? I mean, or from Britain to Britain, or like?
In 70 AD, Italy invaded us. Then we went into Africa. We stayed in Africa from 70 AD until 1442, and slavery happened. Yeah, that's our story.
Okay, all right. I mean, I don't want to cause, because I prefer not to cause any trouble with my brothers. Like, you know what I mean? Because in the day, the white man gonna treat you like he treat me. So there's no point in like coming down at you. But it's just, bro. Does the term One West mean anything, or ISUPK?
Yeah. Oh, shorter than guys. Yeah, or everyone except for IUIC. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate IUIC. It's just I got kind of disagreements with them. Yeah.
All right, bro. I prefer, like, I'm honestly say this. I would want you to look up someone known as never mind. God, forget his name. Hebrew in the Hood. Okay. There's like, or heck, even Jeremiah Judah. Or the Lion's Den. Yeah, Jeremiah Judah. Or the there's different schools of Hebrew Israelites. I'll just say stay away from anything One West, because they're liars, bro. Like, they're liars. They're lying. They just collect money. You heard of General Yohana?
Yeah.
Okay, so that fat son of a bitch is really, like, bro, like, I don't want you tied, because I believe you're an honest brother. You look like an honest brother. And I mean, you seem like an honest brother. I just, like, you gotta, like, I don't want to disrespect you, but bro, the way the roots of this Israelite thing started, it started based off the fake Jews. The one you're told that are not the Jews, you know what I'm talking about? The Ashkenazis. Yeah, they're the reason why it all started. Okay, the One West perverted everything. So everything after that tells you you're not African and that you came into Africa from Israel and all that stuff, bro, I would say this: it is more educated for yourself. Because if you being an Israelite makes you a good black brother, I would rather have you be an Israelite than not. You know what I'm saying? You know, if this makes you a good man, be that person. But I would say it is better to be an Israelite by faith than by blood. Because then when you do it by blood, it's gonna look bad. And I wouldn't want to, put you on blast or anything like that. I mean, like, that's not my intention, because you're still my peoples. You know, Hamite and you are an Israelite. No,
we ain't. We don't believe we're
I said
Hamites.
I'm a Hamite and you're an Israelite, but you know what I'm saying?
Wait. Are you that on? Are you Ados basically?
Oh God, I am not the tribe of Judah, bro. The 12 tribe. Bro.
Yeah, I reject that as well. I don't believe in the 12 tribe chart. No, I reject that as well. And I don't believe in Israelites as well.
Because I had, like, this is a weird day. I was on me scattered minds was talking to an Aboriginal, and I'm talking to a Hebrew. Oh man.
Yeah, it is. I'm part of the minority of the Coney Israelites. Yeah, I reject the Latinos, Native Americans, and Mexicans. Yeah, they're other people of Adam. Yeah, they're not our people.
Okay, all right. I mean, in the day, bro. Whatever. If this makes you a better human, bro, follow it. It's just, I would say it's best to be a Hebrew by faith, because if you start to look at the scholarship that's in America, like the Sinetta, you start to watch Sinetta TV and stuff like that, and look at the debates, or look at Dagger Squad, Garfield Reed, Rawborn, MBK. You start looking at these people. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to start to look at your own self in regards to the blood relation. I didn't say faith. Notice I said blood, not faith. Because I prefer. Because if you stick on the faith thing, I can't say anything, because it's like, yo, who am I to tell you how to make yourself a better person? You know what I'm saying? So it's best to stay on the faith thing rather than blood. You know what I mean? Because you're just gonna it looks kind of silly. You know what I mean?
Because how can I say? myself as an Israelite, I say primarily I'm an Israelite. Well, I'll say, by oh yeah, I was saying before, by blood I'm an Israelite, and by faith I'm an Israelite as well. So by the Bible, so right now I'm actually in Sabbath right now. You know, in the 24-hour period of rest from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. I'm actually in that right now. So right now
that's why I'm not shaming you, because it's like you're not out in the street. You're not. Oh wait, you guys don't have streets. You're not out in the road.
Yeah, you can say streets as well. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not out in the streets. You're doing something productive. You know, you're in. You know what I mean? You got, it gives you a sense of culture. It gives you a sense of purpose. I'm not knocking that. You know what I mean? But it's just like people. You know, if you start saying blood, you know, it's a bad look. I'm just saying. But no, faith, bro. You know, either way, do you? I'm just saying that, like, in an educated sense. Because if you, can I ask you a question? If all
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Black man, could you be categorized as a black man?
Yeah. To be politically correct, yeah.
Okay,
for 1442 till now, yeah. But before 1432, yeah, we were called Israelites, and that's what I refer to myself primarily. But secondarily, I call myself a black man just to be politically correct in our captivity in modern society. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, because I just don't want you, because I don't want to turn up on you, because usually you have to, sometimes I turn up on Hebrews and I'll be like, yo, but you don't seem like one of them ignorant ones. So, much blessings to you, brother.
Thanks. Myself, I describe myself as a solo Hebrew Israelite. I'm not affiliated with any group.
Oh, you're not in the camp?
No, I'm by myself.
Live your life. I'm sorry. I thought you was part of a camp. I'm sorry.
No, I'm a solo Hebrew Israelite. Yeah.
All right, man. Live your life. I apologize.
It's that. Yeah, again, I'm a black only Hebrew Israelite who rejects the 12 tribe chart, because part of our punishment was you shall discontinue your heritage.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can anyone else?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So James, all right, let me.
You still there, Brad?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Part of our punishment from God, we really part of our punishment from God was to have our tribal names taken away. There's 12 tribes amongst us, and God and how can I say? After Christ died, He appeared to John in a vision, saying that once when our captivity is done, we will get our names back, and there'll be 12 gates that God's going to tell us to walk through, which is going to tell us our names again. Yeah, so it's part of our So right now we don't know. Yeah, again, it's part of our punishment that we don't know our tribes, but we're still Israelites. Yeah, because it's just like when you go.
You see why the 12 tribe chart is like really bad, because it's
I reject it completely because it can't be biblically proven. So yeah. So
thank you. Okay. So I like that. The independent thought. I like that. So
because what is us as Israelites? Because the prophets of the past said, "Prove all things." If it can't be proven, then it can't be believed. Yeah. So with the 12 tribe chart, it can't be biblically verified. So therefore, it's empty. Yeah, it's of no. Yeah, it's lies. Or examples, the whole thing about how they say women should cover their head. That can't be biblically proven either. You know what I mean? And whatnot.
Yeah. All right. So I've been softballing you. Now I'm gonna just throw one at you. Just see how you respond.
Yeah, that's good. Because this is the thing. Us as Israelites, we're supposed to be tested. This is part of our lives. Because you look at the prophets in the past. Pretty much the majority of them were tested. That is just that when Christ was alive, a lot of people didn't believe he was the Messiah, because he done a lot of miracles, and a lot of people thought he was a wizard. So when the elders elders tested Christ, they used to say to him, they'll say parts of the Bible which led to the Messiah being born, and Christ matched all of it, and he proved it with the Bible and with his tongue. So this stuff happens all the time. Yeah. It happens to Christ, and the same thing is supposed to happen to us as well. We're supposed to get quizzed, questioned. It's part of our journey.
All right. So you say you're from northern Israel, right? And you came into Africa, right?
Yeah. Well, what is we call the ancient land Canaan? Yeah, it was
Canaan.
Okay. Yeah. In this day and age, it's Israel, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Jordan. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I don't want to misrepresent who you are in any way, shape, or form. Biblically prove that you were going to go into, because I can show you that you were already, that the prophecy that you being put on ships and sent into captivity has already happened.
Yeah, that's happened. Yeah, that's happened already. Yeah.
So how is it that you can retain the prophecy, or how well, matter of fact, let me dial back. How is it relevant to you? How do you figure out that you're a Hebrew Israelite today?
Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
Okay.
But also part of the Bible where God says, "You shall discontinue your heritage."
Yeah, but
and you shall be small amongst the other people of Adam.
Sorry, me as an African, I could say I'm a Hebrew Israelite because in America they discontinued my identity. You know what I'm saying?
Are you basically what they call African American, who's a descendant of the slave trade?
Yes.
Yeah, that means you're an Israelite, even though you might disagree with it. You're an Israelite.
I know, but that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
By blood.
That part is fake. Like if you're Israelite, bro, and you're Israelite, you live your life. But I'm telling you, the collection, bro, this thing didn't start till the 1920s, bro. Like we were trying to get rid of the nigger or the Negro or we were trying to be known as anything else because we weren't trying to tie ourselves to Africa because that we were trying to do all this. So we had people trying to be Moors. You know who Noble Jew Ali is?
Oh no.
Okay, Noble Jew Ali created a group called the Moors, and they, like Moors were just merely black soldiers that fought for Islam. And they were given that name in Spain. A Moor was merely anyone of dark skin. That was it. It wasn't a particular class; it was a nationality. But there came a full-on group, and people started to think there was a history behind it, and then it was like, okay. But see, the thing is, when it comes to the Bible, the reason why a lot of Black Americans flock to Christianity is because in our mind, we thought if God could free the Jews out of Egypt, then they can free us.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, us as Israelites, we are the real Jews, and us as Israelites, we don't we don't practice Christianity. We practice the Bible how it's supposed to be how it's supposed to be performed. So, example, we don't believe that on Christ and we don't believe in the virgin birth. We got the metaphysical evidence that Joseph and Mary had sex. And that Joseph ejaculated.
Everything is everything. I know that. And I was just trying.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm talking to somebody in the chat. Everything is everything. I know that the Moors were Arab slaves. I was trying not to cause any waves because there might be Muslims in the audience. Goodness.
Now I don't care. I don't care if there's Muslims in the audience. I'll tell Muslims straight. You guys worship a stone. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Hey, it's a black stone, bro. Respect on the black stone, bro.
I don't respect statues. God showed us don't bow your head down to statues. That's what they do. God showed us don't follow the ways of the other people of Adam. That's what they do.
Okay. All right. I mean, if it keeps you out of trouble, you don't look like you're causing any issues. You don't seem unhappy. So live your life to the fullest, my brother. That's all I can say. Or like my Israelite brother, because I'm
Thanks.
You also know the curse of Ham ain't real either, right? Like Hamites are cursed, because if we were, Jesus wouldn't have been sent back to our cursed land. If you know what I mean.
What it was, Jesus wasn't a Hamite.
No, but I'm saying, why would God send His kid to hide with cursed people?
Because there was at the time there was Israelites in Egypt that he disguised amongst, but also he could disguise amongst the Africans, because we look exactly like Africans but are not.
Okay. See, I can't like, because this is who you are, so I can't like curve you any. I can't like say like, oh, you're this, you know what I mean? So like, you're not gonna hear that from me. I'm just saying.
I'm showing you, Brad. It is a lie that we've been told that we're Africans. We are not African. Africans, they're different people.
No, I'm saying no. Israelite. You're an Israelite. You are an Israelite. I am an African. I can't.
You're not African. I'm showing it. We've been lied to and told that we're Africans, but we're not African.
Bro.
Because example, would you ever have sex with your own cousin?
Wait, where did that come from, bro?
That's what Africans do. We don't do that stuff. Africans
How
are
do you know
nasty. We
that?
don't
No,
do
I'm
that
sorry.
stuff.
You got to put a source up now. Because now you talk. No, Hamites. We don't. What are you kidding me? That's the blessing of being a black man. We've always had more women than we do men in our societies. So you mean we don't need to sleep with each other's cousins? What are you talking about?
That's
So
what no. That's what Africans do. I'm trying to say us as Israelites, we don't do that, and they do.
1 second. Yo, 1 second, my bro. I'm only kind of listening to this, but it sounds like you're saying the same kind of shit as Torok, yeah. That you know you don't want to be considered African, and there's absolutely no issue with that, brother. I don't think Africans would want to consider you an African either, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's fine. I don't care. Africans are
You
scum. I
don't have
don't
to
care.
kill anyone. Yeah,
Would you say? Would you say? No, wait. Would you say African? Would you say Israelite? Don't do that now. Come on now. You don't want to insult the. Come on now.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. That's what I'm saying. You can. That is fine. Believe me when I tell you, we don't need you on the mothership.
Yeah, I don't
James,
want
I want to
Africa.
apologize as
That
an African American that this stuff made it across the Atlantic. I want to apologize. We thought we facilitated in New York, but it spread like a germ, and I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie though. It's humorous to me. Like,
Oh, it is?
no. I'm saying this,
Oh.
like, these kind of discussions. Like, is someone petitioning you for your fucking signature? Like, no one. It's all right if you don't want to be an African. There's no problem. Let people call you a nigger or whatever else they want to call you, and you tell them that you're an Israelite, and you carry on having that discussion that come back and forth in perpetuity. Like, I'm happy. Anyone that if you want to ever do any kind of actual credible research into your history and your ancestry, then go ahead. And if you don't, and you just want to accept this concept that I imagine, I haven't done the research, but I imagine it's probably created by a white person as well. Then
no, it was okay. Like, it wasn't created by a white person. It was actually created by like a group of black guys in America, and they went to an actual Jewish person, and he okayed it. It went to a Rockefeller too.
Now what? Hear this. I'll go. Continue. Yeah, I'll comment when you finish. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so the problem with the Hebrew Israelites is that they didn't originally start out the way they are today. With the young brother here, I don't know how old you are, brother, so I'm just assuming you're young. I'm just saying young because youth is always a compliment.
Right.
What the brothers practicing today is usually are like the children of the One West groups, and that's when things went haywire because they broke out into different sections. But then now there's even other sections where they're going to say that like the entire Bantu, like, do you understand how massive the Bantu group is? And they're going to say that, oh, Bantus are Hebrews now, or like you'll see.
Yeah. So GMS they say that that West Africans are Hebrew, but I reject that.
Yeah, they're not. We're not.
Yeah.
Like they'll say like the whole like certain parts of the organization will say that like, oh, the Caribbean, Haiti is this, and Jamaica is that. And
but you do realize that nobody wants to be, yeah.
I know, and the thing is, if you go to these,
but this guy, like, no one actually, like, no one cares if you've got some historically revised version of your history and that makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel less black, as it were. That's fine, but not everybody feels like you. Not everybody's so sensitive that they can't accept that there was some like arbitrary what's the word, like arbitrary catastrophes in their history. We can just accept that and move on. It doesn't have to be part of some grand design to make you feel like you're special on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? We just accept that. That's not who we are and move the fuck on.
hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing, brother?
May I ask a question? Hey, what's happening, man? I want to ask a question to the brother who claims he's an Israelite. I want to know where they originated from. What is the geographical historical origins of the Israelite? That's what I would like to know.
You're wasting your time.
Do you know do you know in the region of Basra in Iraq?
Right. Okay.
There's an area near Basra in Iraq called Qasir, and that's where Abraham was born, and that's our forefathers. That's where we trace our lineage back to. Yeah.
Okay. So you say that. So Abraham himself an Israelite?
He was what we call a Chaldean. A Chaldean ethnically would be someone that's ethnically indigenous to Asia. So yeah, he was what we call a Chaldean. But what it was, Abraham. Oh, go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
Yo, fam. Yeah, sorry, man. I got an announcement to make. Hold on a sec. Where is he? See him there. Yo, shit, where's James gone, man? Yo, yeah, man. I had an announcement to make. We got G Black in this bitch. Yo, what going
Yo,
on, chat?
yeah. Listen, I'm just about to leave boxes, so give me a hot minute, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, say that, man. But yeah, man. Got carry on, Ariel, still.
Thanks,
Shalom.
thanks. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, go on.
yeah. What it was, Abraham had a son called Isaac. Then Isaac had a son called Jacob. When Jacob was born, Jacob was the first Israelite to be born. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, Jacob was the first Israelite to be born. But you're
Yeah.
tracing him back. But you're tracing him back to Abraham, which you say is a Chaldean, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so he was not an Israelite.
Who Abraham?
Yes.
Yeah, Abraham was not an Israelite. No.
Okay, then how do you trace Jacob back to Abraham if Abraham was not an Israelite? How did Jacob become an Israelite?
Because what it was, God said to Abraham, with you, your people are going to be my people. How could I say, when how could I say, when God said to Abraham, your people are going to be my people, ethnically, what God meant is that that Jacob was going to be the, how can I say, the forefather of God's people, basically, which made him the first Israelite. Yeah, because
Okay, now, this is a question, the overall question, general question I have for you. Um, how can I research this for myself? Is there any documentation that I could read that corroborates what you're telling me now?
what you can do if you go into the Bible and you read Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, you'll see that identifies us with the slave trade. What you can do is watch various different videos on YouTube. Like example, there's one guy called a group called One Body Yahawashai, Texas, and I think Dallas. Yeah, but if you just type in Hebrew Israelites ISUPK on YouTube and everything, and like and it'll just and you just watch the videos bit by bit. You get a lot more information about that, the nature of what I'm talking about, feelings of the nature of what I'm talking about.
All right.
What was so? What videos would you say is correct, and which ones would you say is not correct?
That's a good question, Tori. That's how can I say? Myself personally, because I'll be honest, I've got favorites. My favorites right now is HO Eyes Are Back.
Me too.
Then then One Body House and Dallas, Texas. One thing I'm gonna say, even though I've got my kind of disagreements with IUIC, they put in the most work. They got the highest work rate. I can never deny them. They're the biggest Israelite group on the planet.
Are they the ones that wear the red or the purple?
Purple, yeah, purple.
Okay. Yeah, they do put in a lot of work, I have to
Yeah,
say.
they're the biggest Israelite group on the whole planet. Yeah, they go in, but I don't really watch them because I got my kind of disagreements with them. But I used to before I had my kind of disagreements with them. But
So what do you think about the ones in Damona?
yeah, they're Israel because they're you know that what you're saying about the returnees to West Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, same experience. They done that. I think after World War One. Yeah, they went from America to Damona and built and stayed there ever since.
Yeah, I forgot the church what they called. I think called the House of David.
Okay.
And and you have a couple of brothers that go over to Damona and they show you bits of Israel and they say, a lot of the people they've got the biblical towns in their wrong place, certain things like that. So he said, this is this place, and he's saying certain of the prophecies are coming back. He's saying where a lot of the Israelites are actually coming back to Israel is rivers that wasn't even flowing and they started flowing again, and that
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very deep, man. The Hebrew faith, man. People should look into it, man. But
You still there, Brad? I think it's just me, you, and Eric still. Yeah. Me, you, and Eric. So yeah.
oh,
Yeah, because okay, I have one final question. Okay, do you consider yourself a Hebrew Israelite or just an Israelite? Because I'm trying to learn something here. That's what I'm asking.
I'll consider myself, Israelite, an Israelite, an ethnic Israelite, yeah. I can say Hebrew because the word Hebrew in Hebrew is Avrit. Avrit just means the people that crossed over from Israel into Egypt, and that was us, yeah.
What time period did that happen? I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. I'm sorry.
I'll be honest. I'll say I don't know, but I'm guessing it was around 5,000 years ago. That's what people say.
5,000.
Because I need to know. I need to know. How I can research this. Can I look through chronicles of history? Can I look through biblical history, or do I focus on the Bible alone, or what? Because right now I'm thoroughly confused.
you have to look at the location where the history is based. So you either have like a book written called From Babylon to Timbuktu, and it talked
Great
about
book.
black Jews into Africa and certain things.
Bro. That book has been disproven, though.
Has it? By who?
Rudolph, you're talking about
Rudolph Windsor, yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It's just it. Okay, so at a period of time, there's this whole black conscious thing, and there's a market for. Oh yeah, by the way, Eric, did you know that you were a Hebrew? But by the time of this black conscious thing, a lot of markets have been trying to. A lot of people were like trying to.
So there were a migration from what we know as Iraq to where we know today as Mali. There's no so all of these
Those
West.
wouldn't be
Hold
those
on.
Jews.
So hold on. So most of these West African tribes are telling you that they came from the east into the west coast of Africa. There's a story that I'm telling you from Iraq, modern day Babylon, from all the way what you know as Mali, Timbuktu.
Can I ask you, Turk? Are you a Hebrew too?
That's
Come
right.
on now. Come on now. Now you're stretching it, bro.
Brad. By the way, me and Stuart, we got disagreements about. Put it this way, we're both Israelites, but we got disagreements basically, and So what?
Wait. How can you be Aboriginal? How can you be an Aboriginal in the Caribbean?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked that question because some would say, and not all would agree to this, but when Columbus came to America, he had to have Hebrew interpreters. And the Hebrew interpreter said people who we first met upon, the Arawak people, he said they spoke to Creole.
Wait, are you still keeping up this I'm a black Indian thing?
I didn't even want to laugh. It's just ultra.
Bro, I want to get my dad so bad, bro. This is gonna be a funny night.
All right, listen. Just quickly, Toro. I'm sorry to cut you, bro. But G-Block, I'm back. I'm back now.
If you go into the Latin dictionary to understand what does an Indian or Indios person meant at that time in the 14th, 15th century, it would just means wild person.
Right. So, were black people around before then?
Today as India was always called Hindustan, and India is just a really new name.
My brother, hold on a second. I don't wanna bust up that argument right now. If you want to be a Native American, that's fine. I just need to say, G-Block, what did I miss earlier? I had to duck out, man. I was with Papa. He ain't feeling so great. He's an old man. I just had to squeeze $3,000 out of him. And yeah, fuck's sake. How is everyone on the panel anyway? Everyone's all right, yeah?
Yeah, we're right, Funky.
Yeah.
Still, we're
Yeah,
right.
big up
Yo,
yourself,
guys,
bro.
but
Come
I'm
on.
just so
Cool,
confused.
cool.
Yeah, bro, Ultra, how you doing, bro?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
Yeah,
I'm having a good day. A
good.
good day. All I need to do is drive home from Dunstable back to London without crashing, and
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Today was a roaring success.
yo.
A
Like I called
roaring
into
success.
work and they told me I had to leave early, and then they said we'll still give you the day. So I just been at home chilling.
Happy,
You know,
happy days.
yes, bro. I
Happy
love my African. I
days.
love my Hamite brothers. We happy. I love this happy.
Come on. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm happy all the time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
Yes,
it sounds like I'm sending shots, but I'm not. Is
yeah.
Since I let go of Christianity, I've just felt so great. Like, yeah, it was mad. It was like I just let it go. It was like this is bullshit. This is balls. It's not for me. And then I just feel wonderful all the time. And now that I don't do it, I just want to spread love all the time. Imagine that.
Hey,
Sorry, man.
is it a good term to call Hebrew Israelites
What is love?
Christian?
What is love?
Huh?
Huh?
Is love?
To be honest with you,
Whoa.
I can't accurately describe love. All I
Yeah.
can do is try to put labels on it. Like for instance, I get this.
So you're a deceiver. You said you come with love, but you said I don't know. I've got a label
No,
somewhere.
How
So
how's he
no.
how do you do that?
How is that deceiving? I literally
got me
said,
You're
labels.
a
Where's
Native
my labels
bro.
gone?
American. You're
I
indigenous
literally
to
Where's my
said
labels
I
gone?
Ethiopia,
can't
but you're also a
describe it,
Jew.
but I can give it labels. Are you okay? I literally said
Bro,
I
he's
can't
literally
accurately
What
describe
about if you
it,
lost
but
your
I can give
labels?
it labels.
What is love? You got your labels right in the right
Yeah, yeah.
order.
No. There's no particular order.
So what is love? So
What is
what's love got to
love?
do with it?
Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love?
Dude.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Nah, to be honest with you, it's that feeling I get where it's just an overwhelming sense of happiness and an overwhelming sense of or need to share good vibes and good times.
So chemical stimulation then.
Yes, but it's natural. Like I'm not
Yeah,
under the
natural
influence of
chemical
Actually,
anything.
I'm looking at the
stimulation.
definition
So
right now.
hold on then. That means you're a slave to stimulation.
Well, listen, if
And
you
that's
ever
your
had
love.
sex, if you've had
That's your
sex,
love.
if you've had sex, then you understand what I'm saying.
But are
Come
you in
on.
control of that?
To be honest
Or is
with
it in
you, I
control of
think
you?
no, wait. I am in control of it. I'll tell you why. If I decide, you know what, actually, I'm just gonna be a cunt. Yeah, I could do that. I could turn it on. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I find that being like unnecessarily mean, personally, I find it really draining and more of a
I'm
chore.
sorry. 1 second. Hey,
Yes,
Vile?
sir.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
there's like everything just posted a very comment in the chat that I feel needs to be
I'm
on
not
the
gonna
big
lie.
screen.
If it's from EIE, I'm scared. I'm not gonna
Everything
lie.
is everything posted an incredible statement. He said it's something that's biblical too. Hebrew
So
women
so
do not
is
give
it
love.
only in the English language you can describe this, or is there another term in another language to describe this love of yours or
I won't
this?
lie to you. I won't lie to you, my bro. Like English is like,
Oh, there
yeah,
it is.
that's all I've kind of got. But I do know, I have been learning Swahili. My mother-in-law, she's from Tanzania, and she's been teaching me Swahili, and she's taught me nakupenda, nakupenda sana. Yeah,
What does that mean,
nakupenda.
love?
Yeah, I think it means I love you very much.
Nakupenda.
Sana. Yeah, nakupenda sana.
Because in French
Nakupenda.
that would mean je adore. That means you adore things.
Yeah, that's French though, isn't it?
Yeah, and cousin
Yeah,
to the English language.
that's not African, bro. I'm
Yeah,
dealing
but
with the Swahili or English.
that's the great
That's
great
cool.
great grandfather. I'm talking about the cousin next door. Where you
Oh,
can borrow
King, King,
sugar
King.
from down
Wait,
the
how
road.
did our
Yeah.
cousin? We're the oldest.
Hey, do you know what's funny? My mother and the neighbor I had growing up, we used to borrow tea bags and sugar off each other. Like, we literally did. Like,
Was she
that's so
Creole?
weird. Huh?
French? Was she French and Creole?
No, just a straight up white British thing.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie. Life is great. You know, life is great. Life is great, and you don't need drugs or anything. Like it's a
But how do
mindset.
you share this? If you was a preacher of some sort, how would you be able to give your rest of your pastor the same love and stimulation that you get in the
To be
world?
honest with you, I think I'm not gonna lie. It's just an appreciation for life. It's like
Oh,
in my subjective opinion, you only get this one life. None of that afterlife nonsense. So guess what? Live this life as hard as you can until you go in the ground.
Hey, Ultra, I know you don't really subscribe to a spiritual system, but can I talk to you about Ifa? Because we will
No,
have many
listen.
lives.
If I was gonna do any religious system, it would be Ifa.
I know, right? Because the
It would be
gods are
Ifa.
just like you.
There's no God, but it's literally showing appreciation for
Yes.
nature around you. That
Yeah.
for me, it resonates with me. However, I'm reluctant as an atheist to put reverence like on anything other than my
so
wife.
what would be love then in Ifa or the Yoruba traditions then? What would be
I don't
love?
Doing a
know.
good deed.
What would be love? I said.
Now, Ether, that's all African scum. That's all
No,
filth.
don't say that. Don't say that. Hold on. We're going
Wait, what
somewhere.
did you
What
say,
would be
bro?
love?
That's all African scum. That's filth, ether, and all that type of stuff.
Yo, bro, why did I disrespect your thing, bro? Why would you come for the
Hey,
That,
wait, 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 wait,
that
DC,
God said,
DC, DC, don't get triggered, don't get triggered. Let me handle this. Let me handle this. Let me
bro,
handle this.
like, no, bro, like this is like,
Wait,
bro, you are
wait,
black,
wait,
bro. You are
wait,
Hamite,
wait.
bro. Like,
Hold on,
now I
wait,
ain't
hold
like
on.
Africans are
DC,
nasty.
DC,
How
hold back,
oh,
hold
bro,
back,
you Canaanite,
hold back, DC,
Canaanite
pull back,
racist.
pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Let me get this. Let me get
Mute
this.
myself,
Let me
bro.
get
You
this.
got me
Wait,
triggered.
wait, wait. Io, are you a Hebrew?
yeah, what's that? You're right.
Yeah, you know I'm coming to it all, bro. Hold on. Are you a Hebrew?
Yes, sir.
Have you read the entire Bible from cover to cover?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, but you want to call next man's things fuckery, yeah? Alright, cool. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Alright. I need that one point to humble you. You understand what I'm saying? You haven't even read the whole of your own thing, but you call it next man's thing rubbish. I just need you to let that sink in. You're a young buck, but I got hope for you. You know the ways? I got hope for you. So yeah, chill out. Chill out.
Now you know, because us as Israelites, we go by what God said in the Bible. Say that for the idols of the nations are vain, meaning they're
Alright,
empty, they're nothing.
yeah, alright. So how do we go about proving everything in the Bible is true? And if everything in the Bible isn't true, who decides what is and what isn't? And then when we decide that, who do we decide? In fact, yeah, no, just those two questions for now, because I don't want to bring out Minister Ultra right now, you know, because you're a young buck, you don't deserve it. You know what I mean?
Wait, what was the
Yeah.
first question
So
again? Sorry,
the first question is how do we go about discerning whether or not the Bible is actually true? And then how if everything is the Bible, if everything in the Bible is true or isn't true, sorry, how do we decide which bits are true and which bits ain't true?
okay, do I answer the first question? The way we verify the Bible and the way we verify the Bible is to match it to the Israelites and match it to the stories of modern day times in the past. Yeah, that's the first answer to the first
Wait.
question.
No, that's not an answer, bro. You didn't actually say anything. What you just said was utterly meaningless. I'm saying, how do we go about determining whether or not the Bible is actually true?
Yeah, by
Now,
matching it to the Israelites. That's the answer.
all right, okay. Is everything in the Bible true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So nothing in the Bible is fictional or didn't happen or
No.
it all happened the way it says it happened, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a record.
Right, okay. Wait. Hold on. So everything in the Bible happened the way it's written, yeah?
Yeah.
According to you. Right, okay. And now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, my bro. I need you to just brace yourself. 'Cause And it's important that if you don't know, you be intellectually honest to say I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You agree?
Remember,
Right.
I think I was saying to you before. I didn't know a certain thing.
Yeah, and I respect that. That's why I got hope for you. Right, check this out. Yeah, listen to this question carefully. Do you agree that the sun, our nearest star, is the source of all natural light on our planet? Like, all right, let me change
I'm
the
gonna be
question.
honest.
Wait, wait, wait,
I
hold on,
don't know
hold on, hold on.
because
Let me change the question. Let me change the question. If the sun just mysteriously disappeared, what would happen?
I'm guessing the earth would freeze.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So yeah, okay. Right. When our side of the planet is facing away from the sun, what happens?
Winter time happens.
Yeah, or day becomes what?
Night.
Right. Okay. So we're in agreement that the sun is the source of all natural light and day and night and da 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 da. Do you agree?
I was thinking to say yeah, but then again, I thought about rubbing sticks to make fire. So I ain't even sure. I'll be honest. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
say I
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
that.
no. All natural light for the planet, bro. Not some localized stick fire.
For the planet. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say yeah.
Right. Okay. How comes God in the creation, the Genesis story, didn't create the sun until well after he created day and night?
I'm gonna be honest. The real answer to that is myself as a Hebrew Israelite. I mainly focus on the Bible from Abraham and life onwards. I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not really. I'm
No,
not
no, no,
really
wait,
too.
wait, wait. Hold on. Remember, the reason why I'm cutting you off, bro, this is important. A
Uh-huh.
minute ago, I asked you to confirm if everything in the Bible is true, and you said yes. I asked you, you sure there's none of it's not true? And you said no, it's all true. So whether or not you reject it, bro, it's in the Bible, you accept it. And I asked you, and you said yes. Now, I go back to my question, my bro. How can you have day and night if God hasn't yet created the sun?
The way I answer that is, I'll say the same thing again.
Yeah,
As
go on.
an Israelite, I only focus on Abraham onwards. I'm not too sure about things that what happened before Abraham.
Oh, have you read the Genesis story
A
about
little bit,
on the
only to
on the
find out
first day God created
yeah,
he
yeah.
saw it was good, and then the
When I,
second day, yeah.
Hey, what
when
Israelites
I've read Genesis, I've only read it to find out when Friday happens. I'll be honest.
All right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I respect that. Okay. All right. Cool. No
So,
problem.
so, so what day did God make the sun then in the Bible?
Uh,
Thursday.
yeah. No, it was the day after he made day and night, which like like it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind that like he made the sun before, like he made day and night, saw it was good, and then went on to the next day. But then he made the sun and the moon, and I'm like, well, bro, like all the
How did you
like day
see?
and like, bro, you made the sun after you made day and night. Come on, like really, come on, bro, really.
Are you sure?
Do you know what, my bro? You know what? This is another thing. Even though I sound confident and I'm really cocky and an arrogant little prick, never ever take my word for it. If I'm saying to you, there's a thing in the Bible that says this, I urge you, bro, open the book and have a look for yourself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I'm right, but yeah, I need you to have a look. I need you to have a look, car. I can't lie. I can't lie. You can't have day and night if there's no sun. You know what I mean? I mean, the sun is the integral part there of day and night. Do you know what I mean?
Not really. If you're the sole creator, but if you're the
What?
sole creator,
What? Wait, tell me how you have day and night without the sun. Like the sun and the Earth's rotation is what determines what night and day is. oh shit, I'm supposed to be doing 50 miles an hour, and I am not doing that. Fuck's sake. Yeah,
Oh, no.
hold on. Change lanes. Sorry. Yeah, bro, listen to me. Like, it's a madness, isn't it? Just say, look, I don't know, because that don't sound right to me. Just say it. Say, well, that don't, Ultra, you must be wrong, because what you're saying don't sound right to me.
I'll say the same answer again. Yeah, I mainly read from Abraham onwards. The things in Genesis I haven't really read.
Wait, Ultra. Here's something we could ask them. Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, how come you pick up a book and start from the middle? It don't make no sense.
And the reason why, because I just focus on Abraham. Abraham
I hear you. No, I hear you. Abraham.
Can I ask you guys a question? It's in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 22. Can I ask you a question about Deuteronomy 22? How come your community, because Hamites, we can't do this, but like in your community, you can. How come when you see a virgin that's unbetrothed, how come you get to lay hold on her and then lie with her? I mean, in other words, excuse me. How come you get to violate her if she's not married or she's not betrothed to, and all you have to do is pay her father 50 shillings, whereas if she's betrothed, you be put to death? Like, shouldn't you be put to death for just simply raping a woman? Because in Ifa, you would.
The answer to that is the word virgin in what it really means. Virgin really means maid, and maid means single. Like even Ultra will prove what I'm saying. Yeah, the word virgin means single. It doesn't mean someone that's never had sex. And when it says lay hold in the Bible, that's consensual sex, not rape. That example in modern Bibles, it will say violated, but if you go back to King James 16:11, it will say humbled. For a man to humble a woman, that's consensual sex.
Oh, is it okay if we share my screen? I mean, I don't want to derail anything. I don't want to break. I just want the world to see what I'm talking about. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, because what you're talking about is modern Bibles where modern scholars have misinterpreted the how could I say the ancient Bible, and they think humble is to rape a woman, but humble is to have consensual sex with a woman.
Okay, so can you give us another version then? Because I mean,
King James 16:11. Yeah, King James 16:11. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only as well.
Is it okay if I use another version, like the Orthodox, or maybe
any other? Just the 16:11 version only.
So you guys only. So why is it that you guys are the ancient people, but you being black? Why do you let a white gay king?
No. King James wasn't gay. He married. He was married and he had 6 children. What it was a guy called Anthony Weldon who hated him, and he made rumors saying King James was gay when he really wasn't, because
there's like documents openly kissing men.
Say again.
Oh, I forgot. Never mind. The Bible does say greet your brother with a kiss, so I guess that's what you guys are. Never mind. What did Jamaicans call it? Batiman. There we go. Okay, there we are. So, yeah.
Oh shit.
Make fun of my like. I think I'm more mad about his, bro. I never disrespected his thing. I came in like, yo.
But the thing is, brother, you're an Israelite. You're not a filthy African. You're not. You're not a Hamite.
Whoa!
Now you playing.
What are you saying? Are
now
you black?
Way too much.
Wait, hold on, Io. Are you black?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what kind of Caribbean? Like,
black Caribbean. Yeah.
White?
No.
Like proper black mofos, yeah.
My dad's asking. I'm dark skin, that whole.
Okay, so where's your dad from?
So how can you refer to your ancestry, even if it's going by another name, dirty Africans? Like that sounds to me.
African, they're different people. They're not us. We ain't African.
Oh wow, my bro. Anyway?
This is wild, man. This is wild.
Yeah, this is wild. Like, listen, the internet has got the most reckless characters.
A whole nother world. Hey, can we use Hebrews? Can I use the complete Jewish Bible? Is that okay?
No. 16:11 only we use. Only.
You only use the
All
But wait a minute,
that
time out.
was great. I'll say it again.
Is that the original language in which the Bible was written?
Okay, here we go.
The King James version of it?
No. What it was? King James. He got 47 of 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars to reconstruct the Bible. So what he done? He translated Hebrew into English directly.
Sir, I'm not asking that. With all due respect, I'm not asking that. I'm asking the King James version. Is it the original Hebrew text that I've been hearing for so long? Is the original text, original language of the text of the Bible? This is what I'm asking you, sir.
Yeah. I'll say it is. Yeah, translated directly from Hebrew into English. Yeah.
Can we use the Jewish one?
No. Just only the King James version. Bible only.
But he had Jews translated, so can we use Jews?
No. He had Israelites. He had Israelites converted from Hebrew to English. Because what I want you to know is, Brad,
So there were Aboriginal Caribbean people that came to King James, and that were Israelites. Oh,
no. There was Israelites living in England at the time during 1611.
Black Israelites?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. By the way, King James wasn't white. He was actually a black guy.
Wow. I'm done.
So one second.
You know what? You didn't know King James was black?
No.
So who was King James's daughter?
I don't know.
I'll be honest, I forgot her name. He has 6 children. That's what I do know.
So can I pull up a picture of King James and we could probably talk about this?
I'm pretty sure type Black King James because a lot of them are white. They're fake. Type Black King James.
On the best way to look at this, there was a bounty.
Hey, can you share my screen, please?
Sorry, I forgot. So who was James's mum? Who was King James's mum?
She was from Denmark.
No, we're gonna look at that now. We're gonna do the whole lineage right now. I got you guys. I got you.
His mum wasn't Mary, Queen of Scots.
No, she was from Denmark.
I'm not sure, but either way, she was a black woman because King James was black himself.
We can go into the lineage of the royal family, and there's like even a warrant out for King James, and it tells you what it looks like.
If you mind sharing my screen, because I just want to be able to. I want to see. I want people to. I'm gonna type in Black King James, so I don't want to think we ain't playing any games. Because I want to proceed, brothers, with pure scholarship.
Do you know what's funny? One thing that's troubling is that you got a black Caribbean don calling his African ancestry dirty Africans. Like that's mad. Like that's mind-boggling. Like
Hey,
I can't even articulate words to describe my confusion and like it's mad. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
Is an Indian a phenotype?
Yeah.
You're Hebrew and an Indian.
That's why.
Yeah, but no, bro. Phenotypes doesn't like explain dirty Africans. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
you understand that? An Indian, well, it just means a wild person. It's not an actual phenotype or a look for a particular Indian. Indian is like a label.
It's the guys that are on the reservations in America. The guys that are in the caravans, the long hair.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is a label that's put on them.
No, bro. Listen,
what I'm trying to say is that's a label that is put upon them. The actual, like even the Colombia, they call the Andes, would literally translate back to the Indies and things like that. That's just a label that's put on these people. They got their tribal names of who they are.
Yeah, I will concede that.
Wait, is my screen shared?
I can't see it, bro. I'm doing like a lot down the motorway, so I can't even see.
Bro, calm down, bro. Like you gotta be safe on the road, bro. You know.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
a little bit shaken about that Africa comment.
I think he's joking, bro.
I'm gonna focus.
Yeah, but what's his name?
He ain't joking, man. He ain't joking.
King James' son was called Charles the Black Boy, and there's so many revolts that was against the other family called the
Charles
Stuarts.
Black Boy. Okay, I'm gonna look that up too.
Bro,
The
do you know what you need to
Stuarts.
do?
He was
No,
called
wait, hold on. Like, Scattered Minds, is that you, bro?
Yeah, it's me. King
Bro,
James was definitely
look.
called the Black.
Wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
Look up the dictionary definition, the British English definition of the word black.
Of course,
Yeah?
obviously.
Right. Yeah. Look up the dictionary definition of the word black, and then tell me if they're talking about somebody that's a Negroid. Yeah?
No, Moors.
So what I'm trying to get at here is King James, who wrote the Bible. He is the son of Mary, Queen of Scots, right? A Scottish lady.
No, it's a Denmark.
White flag.
She was the Israelite.
No, it's a Denmark woman.
Not a Denmark woman. She's Danish, you biscuit. She's Danish, not a Denmark woman.
Israelite. You can laugh, boy. You don't have
a Denmark woman.
It's like a pastry Danish. Denmark woman.
Sorry, guys. My phone's on. Sorry, I can't even mute it. I'm fucking caring.
Yeah, like even the Romans say that there were black people when they invaded England all the way up into Scotland. So it's not really a shock.
No, to me it is, isn't it? It's like this is like I don't want to write it off as fanciful nonsense because like if I could see my street.
You know what beat means?
So what about Queen Charlotte?
Oh fuck!
Let's just stay on. Can we just stay on the King James, right? Because his parents are Mary Queen of Scots and Henry Stuart, who was Lord Delaney, right?
Hello?
The Duke of Albany, yeah. Can you hear me?
What I'm not is so many different ones that King. I think what is it?
No, but we're talking about King James the First, right? We're talking about the King James who wrote the Bible, yeah, 1611.
Hold on, let me see if that's the right.
He reconstructed the Bible because it was damaged basically. He reconstructed it.
All right, cool.
But
That's the one we're talking about.
he
Yeah?
reconstructed it.
King James, who was the son of Mary, Queen of Scots, and Henry Delaney, right? Henry Stuart, sorry, Lord Delaney, Lord Darnley, the Duke of Albany.
Yeah, he was a Negroid. I tell you, Hebrews are so funny.
No, it's a different lineage where they say something like his father's of the Scottish lineage, but his mother's Danish.
No, they're both. His mum's the queen, right? His mum is how he becomes king. He comes to the throne through her. She never gets to the throne because she has a huge sort of a huge rivalry with Mary, I think, in England, right? So, or is it Elizabeth she has a rivalry with? I think it might be Mary, right? So she has this huge rivalry with Mary. She never gets to the throne. However, after Mary dies, with not having any children, they have to find a new king, and they find the King of Scotland through the Queen of Scots has a right to the English throne. And so they're able to unite Scotland and England under King James, as well as, what was it? Establish more slaving colonies and allow Scotland to get involved in the game of setting up colonies, because up to that point, all of the Scottish colonies had failed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right. True.
Huh?
Cool. I mean, these guys definitely sound pretty white to me, man.
No, because what is scared from 200 AD until 1442, Israelites ruled Europe. Also, back in that example, have you read that book called Nature Knows No Color Lines?
No, let me check this book out. Nature Knows No Color Lines.
That basically explains how Black Israelites ruled Europe from 200 AD until 1400 AD.
All right, cool. One second. Let's slow this down. Let's pump the brakes, yeah? So you're saying, nature knows no color, right? And you're saying that the Israelites...
Yeah, nature knows no color, yeah.
Okay. And you're saying the Israelite...
And
Israelites ruled Europe from 200 AD until 1800, until 1800s.
1400 AD.
To the 1400s.
Yeah.
to 1400 AD.
Yeah.
So, okay, so throughout that period of time, okay, the so-called Dark Ages, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It was Israelites ruling Europe. Yeah, not Africans though. Israelites. And that's proof that we Africans, a lot of us didn't want to live amongst them Africans.
I mean, I don't know about you. I'm definitely an African. You
I'm
Oh,
ham.
is your dad Caribbean?
My whole family's Caribbean. Well, we're Africans. We're Africans that were born in the Caribbean, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
I'm
you.
African.
You're
I'm brought
not
to the
African.
Americas.
You're Israelite.
No,
He's from the Caribbean.
I promise you, I'm an African. But as it was, yeah. So let's look at the history, right? So between 200 AD and 1400, what was going on in Europe?
What was happening?
That's a good question. I'll be honest. I ain't really sure, to be honest.
They were persecuting Jews and things like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound that Hebrew, right?
Yeah, that's the Hebrews that were running, because even in Hidden Colors they tell you that there was a queen of even Egypt that ran up in Scotland, and her name was Nova Scotia or Scotia or
Did
something.
you say Hidden Colors?
Yep.
Bro, don't quote Tariq Nasheed in an educated argument. Come on now. Money. Come on, bro. He was a
Hidden Colors is horrible.
No, but this is where the
You see the Haitian one, bro?
This is where the queen and that lot are getting their heritage from, the Egyptian side and the Roman side of things like that. And the Romans tell you that when they up here, they went up all Hadrian's Wall, and they said there were black people there.
At Hadrian's Wall. Okay, cool. Yeah, there were, Rome definitely was an eclectic nation that had different groups of people in there. So there could have been black people at Hadrian's Wall. Rome overall. No. At Hadrian's Wall, right?
Yeah, where's Hadrian's Wall? Up in Scotland. Or York.
But there definitely was black Israelites.
Can I ask you guys a question then? How did you guys end up in the Caribbean then? Like you personally, Hebrews.
Yes, from West Africa. But we were
Hebrews already there. There was Hebrews already there that left from Assyria, and you got Hebrews that came through via Africa via the slave trade.
But hear this, Brad. Me and Turk, we got different opinions about slavery, so it's up to you which one you want to believe.
Okay, well, let me get both opinions, because the way I see it, white people are going to assume that y'all are from a continent shaped like a dragon's head. So I'm curious. Go ahead.
You can find the second oldest 10 Commandments in Mexico.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. The people who did the 10 Commandments didn't look like you. That's what I'm just saying.
Right, but here, you know, there's not 10 Commandments. It's in between 590 and 600.
Wow. So
yeah, it's not just 10. It's not just 10 Commandments us as Israelites follow. There's many.
Bro, what's the term?
Yo.
Let
me jump back in. Can I ask you guys about this 200 to 1400 thing, please?
What is the 10 Commandments even doing in Mexico to start with?
Daniel,
yeah.
You can't follow these guys around whenever they come up with a new debate. You got to finish one and then come up with the next one. That's what they'll do. They'll do when they feel like they're losing one, they're gonna throw some new information out there. So we're talking about 200 to 1400, right?
Hey, while you do that, I'm gonna look up the 10 Commandments in Mexico. Okay.
Yeah, please do that. There you go. So between 200 and 1400 in Europe, yeah, we have the Byzantine Empire, right?
Yeah, they were Israelites. Yeah, black Israelites.
So Charlemagne and them guys, they're all Israelites.
I'm not sure about Charlemagne, but I heard Constantine was definitely Israel, and his sister Annabelle.
Emperor Constantine was the Israelite.
That's what I've heard.
I don't know about that, mate.
Father of Europeans was an Israelite.
Say it again.
It could be because he probably got married into it. He probably got married into it. So, whoa, I don't know. So he has to go by the man, in it. If it went by the woman, there's a chance.
So he was born in Serbia, right? Flavius Constantinus, born in Serbia. From all of the sculptures of him, he definitely looks very, very white, right?
No, but you know what? You know a lot of
in European history, yeah. If you look at this point in European history, where you have Emperor Constantine and the Byzantine Empire, and you have the East and Western Rome, right? So Rome's grown so big, they now have these two emperors, and Constantine tries to unite them together, and he says, "Oh, I've got a great idea. Like they've got the Christianity in this part of the world. Let's take this and make this the state religion of Rome, right?" So he has a conference of Nicaea, establishes it as a state religion for all of Rome. Like at what point do these Roman emperors stop being white and become black for Constantine to be one of them?
No, but they're mixed race people to start with. Everybody in the Mediterranean are mixed race, but they're under the blood lineage of Esau, like what they call it. They call it Idonia. Idonia. That's another Esau relative. So take for instance, it's not about your color; it's who your blood lineage is. So whoever your father is, that's who your tribe is.
Wait, Turk, are you? Do you have dreadlocks, my friend?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking he was that guy from the other Aboriginal that was on COE. Never mind.
No.
Well, Scott, you know that answer where you say how did Europe stop being white and become black? What happened was 200 AD. There was an Israelite called Septimius Severus. If you heard of him, he basically had enough of white people in Europe oppressing Israelites, because Israelites were foreigners in Europe because Italy invaded us. So we had to go into Africa and Europe. What it was, he had enough of white people oppressing him. He said, "You know, I've had enough." He slumped a whole load of white people and put black rule in.
Say it again, sorry.
To put things in short terms, basically there was an Israelite in 200 AD called Septimius Severus.
Yeah.
He basically had enough of white people persecuting Israelites in Europe. So what he done, he gathered a black Israelite army, slumped a whole load of white people, then established black rule in Europe.
Black people.
One second. I will come to that, right? I will come on to Septimius Severus because I'm pretty sure that's a white guy as well, right? But I'll come to
I'll
come to him. But do you know who Arius is?
No.
Okay, so he was one of the. I believe he was one of the African priests at the. I'm not sure if it's him. It might be another one. I can't remember the exact name. At the Conference of Nicaea. So when they do all of the paintings of the Conference of Nicaea, and you've got Emperor Constantine, he's always painted very white, but you do always have this black guy there, and he's one of the guys he quite well noticed because known because he actually rejected what they were trying to do. He left the conference basically. And it's actually well written about and well documented. I'm not sure if you know about this. So you do have this one.
Was he Israelite Ultra, or was he a Hamite, or would he be Hamite?
It's scattered by the way.
It's scattered by the way.
Yeah, I don't know about all these terms of this Hamite and whatever.
Oh, okay. Hamites are Africans. That's the thing.
But to be realistic, in those times, what you're talking about, the only people that could actually be classified as quote unquote white people are Vikings. All them people in the Mediterranean, they're mixed with either Ishmael, Arabs, or the Hamitic people of either Egypt and Ethiopia and North African regions, and most even the Ghanaians as well. Some of them are actually Esau.
Do not pull that. Do not. That's been debunked. Do not. Next.
I can't.
No.
They're not your people.
I could say some of them are Israelite, but that Akan will actually go. Well, I'll be honest. Even some of the Ghanaians go back to the same thing. Like some of these people actually go into the Bible and it's to say some of them are the actual descendants of those prophets' children.
No. You're talking about is the You're talking about the Ghana Empire, and one king wrote that he descended from Israel. Okay. Do you know what the original?
No. I'm talking about Akan. Akan is a descendant from Esau's great grandchildren.
Okay.
So in the Bible.
Yeah. And even the Ghanaians accept that. There's only certain ones.
Yeah, I mean,
that could be classified as Israelite.
But I mean, the ones that want to associate themselves with being a Hebrew Israelite will accept that. I would say that that's a cult. I would say that was a cult. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at their dress attire, because they was originally in the Mediterranean region, and if you look at their dress attire, it's the same way how the Greeks and all that dress. There is it's not really a lot. West Africans will dress the same way how the Akans will dress. And even the way how they even chariot the king and all that, it literally looks the same as probably what will happen in
that happens in a
Greece or
lot of
Athens or
cultures.
something like that.
That
No, but
happens
it don't
you know, in
look.
China,
No,
they
but
carry.
no, but it don't look
It
the
does.
same like that. It don't look like the same like that though.
It does. It does.
If you notice, Ethiopia and Ghana, their things look very similar, or the Europeans have taken on their culture. But I'm saying
You know who
those
Sheikh
people.
Anta Diop is? You know who Sheikh Anta Diop is?
I'm just saying those people were up in that region, as you said before, and you can see just how the Ghanaians dress and all that. They dress exactly the same, or the Greeks dress exactly the same like those people.
What happened, bro? This hurts my heart, bro.
Think about it. Like
they don't want to be African.
you
They
got
want to be
everybody.
African. So you
No,
run
I'm
away
going
from
into
Africa,
detail. I'm going into detail because think about it. You got Arabs up in there.
Severus.
No, but you got the Africans up in that region, and they dress a particular way. But look how Ghanaians particularly dress like the royal family. They literally dress the same way, or the Greeks dress the same way as them.
No, they don't. The Greeks
and the Greeks might be
wear togas, right? The Greeks wear togas, right?
Yeah.
The Santa Henne wears we call it a kente cloth.
Yeah, but what is the difference? Is it not what I'm trying to say? The Nigerian
colors.
Hold on.
How they're
I'm trying
made.
to show you. I'm trying to show you the Benin king don't dress like that. The king of Sokoto don't dress like that. So many different West African kingdoms, they do not dress like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's not true. You have Yoruba kings that dress. You have
they
Oya
don't dress
kings that
like
dress
that. They don't dress like how the Akans dress with the kente cloth. They don't.
So what is the Greek? One second. What is the Greek traditional dress you're talking about that looks like the kente cloth?
I'm saying if you look at that, they have a certain cloth in it where they wrap around them, and I'm saying the only people that dress like that also is the Greeks.
It looks
different.
different.
And originally, what we know as Ghana today, those people was up in the Mediterranean region.
No, they weren't.
They tell you themselves they came from the East, Bridging. What is your lot problem, man?
Yo. Do you know how big Africa is?
The east of Ghana is not the Mediterranean. That is north of Ghana,
east of
right?
Ghana
This is what I'm trying to say to you. They said some of them even said they came out of Egypt, but what I'm trying to show you, they was up in the Mediterranean region. They wasn't always in that region.
What I'm trying to say to you is Egypt is east of West Africa. The Mediterranean is north of West Africa. So when they say they came from the east, you can't equate that to the Mediterranean.
No, but what they're trying to say basically, they're not saying they come from the north because like they don't come from Morocco. They're saying basically we come over that region, and they used to be all up in those regions, and they migrated into the West Africa.
What region? You're saying those regions?
Like the Mediterranean and all that type of region, and Egypt and all that.
East, that's the north. But, I mean, Egypt, right? When you talk about Egypt, right? Like the brother said earlier, you have more pyramids down in the south and what we call Nubia than you have in the north. Egypt was split between lower and upper, right? And it was a massive
This
continent.
is why I say the Mediterranean. It was up in the Mediterranean region.
The main cities that are there in the Nile Delta, those there are in the Mediterranean. The rest of Egypt is very much inland of West Africa.
This is what I said specifically. I'm saying these people was in the east, but the particular parts where they were in the Mediterranean region. They were called under the term Horites. So these people was all on the edge of the coast and certain things like that, and they moved downwards and downwards and downwards. This way you get Songhai and Mali Empire.
No, all right, cool. So the Songhai and Mali Empire are completely separate people. So the Akan people.
Yeah, but that's later on. That's very later on in time.
Yeah, so the Akan people were situated in Mauritania, right? And that's still very far from the Mediterranean. You remember, Africa's a big place. When Islam came, those Akan people split from the Mandinka people who remained there, who accepted Islam, and went south to what is currently what we know as Ghana right now, which was known as, I think, I can't remember what it was known as actually. No, Wagadu, that was the old empire. Wagadu was the old empire. That's where they left. They went south to form their new land.
No, go
But
ahead, bro.
yeah, they formed their own Ashanti empire down in the south, having left that part of the north, but they were never situated in North Africa or anywhere along the Mediterranean because the
Wait, tell her
Ghana
ultra. One second though.
What I'm
the
trying to say
Ghana
to you,
Empire.
very long ago, very long ago, before there even still was a Mali Empire. This is
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're getting the.
I'm
Hold
not talking about the Mali Empire.
2 seconds. 2
Turk,
seconds.
no, follow me,
2
Turk.
seconds.
No, you need to follow me because I'm not talking about the Mali Empire. This is prior to the Mali Empire. The Mali Empire hasn't even been
Exactly.
thought
This is
of
what
at
I'm trying to
this
say
point.
to you.
This
That's
is
what
what
I'm
I'm
trying to
saying
say
to
to
you.
you.
This is what I'm saying to you. The Mali Empire has not even been thought of at this point. The Ghanaians who left Ghana at that point did not call themselves Ghanaian when they
Yeah,
left.
but
They
what I'm
called
trying to say to you,
themselves
where did the Mali people tell you they
Ghana
migrated
Empire.
from?
The Ghana. I just explained that to you. You got to listen. If you keep interrupting me, you're not listening. Yeah. So I just explained to you that you had an empire called Ghana, right? It wasn't even called Ghana. The leader was called Ghana, and it became called that, right? The kingdom was called Ouagadougou, as my brother said there, right? And you had two different kingdoms here. You had a city of Kumba Saleh, a separate city 7 miles to the north, right? And that was the capital of this kingdom. At some point, that kingdom becomes Islamatized, right? And as it becomes around 800 BC, 800 AD, right?
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say to you.
And at that point, no, what I'm trying to say to you is, at that point, that's when you have the migration of the Akans who don't accept Islam, who go down to the
Hold on, Mike. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you, out of the old tribal people's mouth, they will tell you that they migrated into this region. And if you put the what you can know as the Songhai Empire and all these type of things, it's showing you a great migration into the west coast of Africa. And these people will tell you that they started by 3 holes in the ground. So they're symbolizing to you there's 3 different sets, and they talk about the ancestors, particularly of who they come off and certain things like that. And I think there's one particular one by the name of Iwe or Iri. And Iwe now that even they got a tie to the Yoruba or the Igbo people. And Ire now is supposed to be a descendant of one of these Israelite people's children and things like that. So there's different sets of people. And the Akan one, they used to be all the way up in the Mediterranean region, and slowly they've been pushed downwards. And they would tell you if they came in from the east. There wasn't always originally in that region.
Listen, Scattered Mind just gave you a geography lesson. He just gave you a geography lesson about why your East theory is garbage, and you're still spitting lyrics like it's factual. It don't make sense. Scattered Minds literally just gave you the geography lesson. He literally just gave it to you. Rather than say, all right, let me just have a quick look at an atlas. Like,
I'm talking about the tribes. I'm talking about the tribes. What they tell you, they say it was 3 holes in the ground. They say 3 holes in the ground. Well, how do you explain the 3 holes in the ground they're talking about?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
There were 3 groups of people, though, bro. That was a unity thing.
Exactly.
Like, I just feel like the mental gymnastics is madness.
So tell me, how did the Ghanaians start out then, since you was listening, and you know a bit more?
I'm just saying. Listen, you said, man, them come from the east.
But how do you know
Scattered Mind just gave you a geography lesson.
Yeah, but how do you know what you're saying is right?
Wait, bro. Rather than take a breath to look at an atlas, you just didn't, and it's like no, like it.
Yeah, like, but what? Why do you say he's right though?
No, did I say he was right, or did I say you didn't even take a breath to even go look at an atlas?
Yeah, but we already know about the areas what we're talking about, and we're talking about how these people got into those areas.
Yeah, but you said they came from the east.
Looking at
and Scattered Minds explained to you geography and why what you're saying is wrong.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Mali Songhai Empire. Where did they migrate from? Where is that type of culture? Hold on. Where is that type of culture and influences are coming from with the mathematics they're teaching people? Ain't that from Arabia? The mathematics, algebra, and
Islam, bro.
When they speak in Arabic.
Let me jump.
Where did the people who practice algebra and Arabic come from?
But Turok, what I was trying to do, sorry, I had to take a phone call quickly. I was trying to take you through it, like in a line, right, going through the periods of history. So what we have is the first West African empire, or one of the first ones that we talk about, right, which is the old Ghana Empire, as my brother said, Ouagadougou, yeah.
Yeah, but what period is that?
That's around 800. Well, Ouagadougou exists from around circa 100 BC to, and it probably
sure?
falls around and it probably falls around 800,000, but it exists in different
Have you got a
stages.
link for that?
What?
You want me
Have
to
you got a
alright,
link
cool.
for that?
Let's go do it. Yeah, let's go get the sources then.
Yeah, source up or shut up, I guess.
What year was the Songhai Empire?
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'll do it, guys. I'll do it. Songhai.
The Songhai Empire. No, the Songhai Empire, I can tell you that was around 1500s.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Ghana Empire exists for a long time, right? Okay, cool. Maybe I got so from around 700 to about 1240. Yeah, you have Ouagadougou. Yeah. In that period of time, it goes from being an African traditional spiritualist nation to becoming an Islamic nation, right? So this is how you have the introduction of Islam coming into that area, right? And as a result of that, as I explained to you, the Akan people that we currently know today as Ghanaians, they leave that region of northern Mali, Mauritania, down to the south, and they find themselves a new land, a new habitation in Akan land. Yes, let's call it Akan land, right?
Yeah. Where they are today? I know that part of the history.
So let's go back to Mali. So let's go back. So no. That happened before Mali.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'm just saying. I'm talking about the BC types of times.
What?
You're talking about?
I'm talking
BC.
about the people what you call Akan and their blood history and ancestors lineage in the BC times.
Bro, I don't
What
think
is actually going on right
So
now?
that empire was 2,000 years ago?
The Songhai Empire. Did you say 2,000 years?
Where was Songhai? Songhai Empire 14.
Songhai Empire was about 600 years ago.
Okay, and where was Timbuktu?
Timbuktu was in Mali, in Songhai, yeah. But I mean, Timbuktu was there a long time before the Songhai Empire.
So how long has Timbuktu been there then?
You have to get the history of Timbuktu up. It's been there for a long time.
But they ate Songhai and the Mali Empire. They were both together with the Fulanis and other people.
You gotta understand that history happens in periods. So the Mali Empire falls, and then the Songhai Empire rises. They don't exist at the same time, right? Same how Ghana fell.
I thought it was the Songhai Empire. I thought it was the Songhai Empire that was there first, then the Mali Empire come in.
No, it's Ghana, Mali, then Songhai. That's the order. But the history of Timbuktu. The scientists have data that go back a longer time than what we have information for. Do you know what I mean?
So there's not a date on the Mali Empire.
Like I said, the Mali Empire was around 1275 to about 1420 when the Songhai Empire takes over.
Exactly.
But the Mali Empire goes on.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say to a lot of people. A lot of these West African tribes, they've migrated there within the nearly 2,000 years now. This is what I'm trying to explain. And where were they before that in their regions? They would tell you it was up in either Egypt or in the Mediterranean regions, because that's where things were popping. Things were going
may I
on.
say something to the chat real quick? I like to apologize that this Hebrew Israelite thing has impacted y'all in such a way that this is the conversation. We were talking about building a better black people, and now Akan people are Jews.
No, we are talking about African history though at the same time.
How, bro?
The Bible is an African storybook for one.
No, it's not, bro.
People.
Bro, you know how deep it
This is
goes.
what I said.
If you say Egypt, bro, you gotta realize what Egypt was at that time. Like, if you want to say Egypt, you gotta realize at that time Egypt was the mouth of the Nile. It didn't go down. I want to make sure. Are we talking being African history at that point? Because there is no Exodus.
We're talking about a particular time in history of events that might have been going on in what we know today as Africa or the Middle East.
The Middle East is not Africa. They're on two different tectonic plates, bro.
Well, it depends how people want to look at it in a sense. But at the same time, we're getting history of what's happened afterwards and some of the descendants.
The scattered mindset that the Middle East is part of Africa?
Yeah, man.
You would. You know why you would. I ain't gonna call you out. You still my brother.
So what's that, Asia?
Listen, the reason why Go ahead.
What is it? Asia?
I'm sorry. Okay, so we call it the Middle East over here. Are you referring to the Middle East as Asia? I just want to make sure we're on the same
I'm
continent.
asking you. What is it? Africa or Asia or Europe? What is it?
What, the Middle East?
Yeah.
Middle East of what?
Are we talking the we're talking like the Saudi Arabia, the Arab Peninsula?
Yeah, the peninsula.
Isn't it the Arab Peninsula, correct? It's always been its own thing.
Has it always been its own thing?
This is what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
listen, I'm the type of dude that if I'm wrong, educate me.
It was from the 80s and 90s. That was called Northeast Africa.
Can you show me that? I would love to learn that. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that when I used to watch the weather or the news and all them type of things in the 90s, and they used to show you Ethiopia and them place, they used to show that region of the world before there was the Middle East. They called that place Northeast Africa, and even the indigenous people.
Bro, I will shut up and I will be corrected. I don't
mind.
mind.
I'm just saying, even the tribal people, they call themselves Africans there.
Egyptians, the Arab Egyptians don't even call themselves African. What do you mean? I'm sorry. No, what do you mean, bro? Because I don't want to sound like I'm being combative.
I don't know where you're getting that from. I don't know where you're getting that from.
Sorry. I had a bad experience one time, so I guess this is just a personal
Egypt in Europe. Well, I even say Europe is more Africa than anything else.
What?
I say Europe is
now you're just joking me, bro.
I actually say Europe.
The Arab Peninsula is part of Africa.
I say Europe is like the Canada of Africa. It's just the cooler regions of Africa.
Wow.
But they don't even touch, bro.
No, that's a stretch, man.
It's like the Caribbean, and you have North and South America. Literally, Europe shares the same time as Africa. Gambia
and North and South America actually touch.
Listen, Gambia and the UK, they share the same time. Just how New York and Jamaica shares the same time.
You're talking time zones, my brother. Like
so Egypt and Turkey, they probably have the same time. Same as Germany, they probably have the same time as Algeria and all that type of thing. They're literally
time zone means that the land is connected, bro.
It's not about the land is connected. It's literally like 18 miles that keep them apart of water. 18 miles is nothing. There's even little islands in the Caribbean was further than 18 miles. Actually, the land is actually joined. Sorry, by the way, the land is joined from Egypt going all the way up to Turkey and all that. It is actually joined. You can actually drive there.
How? I mean, can you explain how? Like, how does that work?
Because you can drive there. It's all connected land.
No, it's not. You've heard of the Suez Canal?
It's all connected. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was man-made.
Bro,
it's all connected.
That's true. No, that's true. I just said that. That's true. But no, like unless someone can show me, because
even in the olden days, Somalis used to say you could even cross from Yemen to Somalia.
Yeah, but Somalis are seafaring people, though.
No, I'm telling you, you can walk across them. That's how low the tides was. It's because of this Suez Canal that's made that big water there where you can't even cross it now and all that type of things. Bare people used to say things like that. That old Somali man would tell you that, like they could cross from Yemen into Somalia.
I don't know. I don't know how to respond to it.
And think about it. How did them in the Bible get across from Egypt into how did they cross into
Didn't you guys part the Red Sea?
Yeah, but you have to look where the location of the Red Sea is.
The Red Sea is between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. So unless you're trying to if that's the case, then I shut up. Then I'm done. I have nothing to say. That's the case. Damn, you proved it right there. All right.
You can. There's actually a road or a bridge or something. You can actually drive over it.
No, but I'm saying that
the Red Sea, I mean that land bridge has always been there, right? The Sinai Little Peninsula part there, but the Red Sea is something specific, right? That's the water. So we have to accept that if it was parted, it's not something that people just walked over in like a cash thing.
I'm gonna say this, scattered minds, because I'm you know me. I'm just I don't want to step on anyone's knowledge. I'm just trying to say.
So how did the Berbers
someone on there right now? A Saudi right now.
So hold on. Yeah. So how did the Berbers and all that travel? How did the Berbers and all that people travel with their camels?
Like I said, the Sinai Peninsula, right? There's a Sinai land bridge, right? So where the Sinai mountain is, there's a connection right between that and pretty much where they dug out the Suez Canal. So prior to the Suez Canal being dug out there, you would be able to walk right through that part. So you can walk right out of Egypt into the the Israel area, what we call Israel right now, onto the Arab Peninsula. It's always been connected there, but that's not the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah, there you go. Africa and the Middle East are one, I guess.
Yeah, it used to be called Northeast Africa. I think that's even the kingdom of actually Ethiopia, really.
Wow.
I mean, the king,
right? It was like
various
kingdoms.
If you did a lineage, if you did a lineage, Nimrod was out of the family of Cush, and Nimrod was all the way up in Babylon in certain regions. So you can see where the relationship of these people and their culture is sort of one of the same.
Sure. And if we don't even take the biblical character, we take like the historical
how do you
one.
probably say your name, bro? Turok.
Turok.
You've taught me so much today, bro.
Can you help me?
I didn't know I was I'm a Hebrew, bro. I'm not.
But yeah, you know the Ethiopian king, right? The Ethiopian kings at various different parts of time and history have controlled parts or massive parts of land on the Arab Peninsula, right? The kingdom of Saba, as it was, is on both sides of the Red Sea. So yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily that new that we have that Africa's had bad influence or control or had that as part of our landmass and our kingdom. To be fair, but yeah. So prior to I'm
gonna stay in West Africa and mind my business.
Yeah. So prior to the arrival of the Mandinka and a lot of these Yoruba and stuff like that in West Africa, well, Yoruba is an argument to say they were always there in regards to being the Nok culture. But prior to the Mandinka and so on and so forth, you always had the Sira people on the west coast of Africa in places like in Gambia and Senegal.
No, so some of the Yoruba actually say they came from the east as well, like the Igbo people as well.
No,
it's only the Benin Kingdom you could actually say that it's actually separate from a lot of this.
But even the Benin Kingdom, there's an argument to say that they came from up north, from the Dogon and from.
They've been definitely tell you they came from the north.
They've been there actually long. Like nobody's actually know how long actually these people been there. That's how long they were. Like they've been there at least from the BC period on, like far before.
Talking about the Kingdom of Benin.
Yeah.
Or the Benin tribe in Nigeria.
No, the kingdom, the actual kingdom of it. That even historians wrote about the kingdom, how magnificent it was and how orchestrated it was. It had street lights and all these type of things. And and that they have old statues there from the BC periods and things like that. And even their creation story, they talk about like their ancestors as lizards or reptiles and certain things like that.
What?
I mean, there's also some.
But that's another thing. The Yorubas come off of the Oba people. So Yoruba is an entity of other people that formed what you know as today as Yoruba.
Oh yeah, cousin tribes. You're right.
But they're only like 400 years old though.
The name Yoruba is young. I will say that because they were all.
No, they're actual people, and their tribe is only literally 400 years old. Like there's other. You won't really find anything from the BC period where you could say, yeah, that's Yoruba.
Well, you have to understand a lot of written history. You have to understand written history. The idea that history is legitimate if it's written down is definitely a European concept.
Oh, well, not that. Like you have even the Ife's kingdom. That was something already established with the Igbos. That was a massive Igbo territory. Also part of the Benin Empire as well, or next door to the Benin Empire. It's only recently, after what, say probably the 16th, 15th century, they've actually established Oyo, and this is where you get in the forms of Yoruba. But by that time, the Portuguese and all them other people have turned up as well.
Yeah, my mind. I don't know.
Because there's another tribe called the Shakiri tribe, and there's a Shakiri tribe I was talking to Maku about, and he was saying these people.
Oh my God! Everything is everything. Who are you? He's funny as hell.
There's like a people called the Shakiri tribe. I was talking to Maku about them, and he was saying those people speak like a Yoruba and a broken Portuguese sort of language.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know why I'm like typing. Like, what am I actually looking for in my life right now? Like, see, I'm trying to figure out your identity because it's like you say you're a Hebrew.
You're already American. You're not really Nigerian like that to
Yeah,
start
but
with. But
yeah,
the
but
way how you
genetically.
but I'll be honest, the way how you're talking, I think you would actually get a lot of native Africans upset because you're talking like your parents are literally actually Nigerian.
Oh no. See, I'm learning my. I literally would tell you, I am learning who I am. I
I
would.
know, but the way how you sound, you really sound like your parents are Nigerian, but they
Don't learn these divide and conquer tricks on you. You know,
no,
this is what they
I'm
like to
just
do.
saying that I thought
This is
you
what the
know
Hebrews
That's how
like.
them Jews act, bro. That's how them Jews act, bro.
That's how the Hebrew is
no,
like
but
to
I'll be
do.
honest.
Like
No, but
just
being honest,
he's gonna
no, but
always throw in
how the
your
brother
face.
was talking.
Always
No,
gonna
but how
throw
the
in
brother
your
was
face
talking, I literally
Nigerians.
thought he had parents from Nigeria.
He's always gonna throw in your face the Nigerians who aren't gonna accept you, and the Nigerians who are gonna get mad.
Oh
And they're
yeah,
gonna
but
claim.
No, no, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
A lot of Nigerians who are gonna love the fact that you're embracing your culture, your heritage, and they're gonna want to show you more. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not
yeah.
saying that, but I'm just saying the way how the brother's talking, he talks like he's a real Nigerian, like his parents are Nigerian, but he's probably just lived in America, if you know what I mean, like what I'm getting from him.
No.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That what I got from him, I thought like literally he's the
I
same
know,
like
Q,
witness,
gotta say
man.
this. I gotta say this. You got that one, bro. You got that one. That was a nice little hit to the face. You got that. I'll give it to you. It was good. You said it from across the ocean. That's good. That's good. You got that.
No,
That's
but I'm just saying you're literally like in the same boat as us in America. Like literally, like they say you're 30%, 35% of Nigerian, and it's like, what about the other rest of you? Like how they try to tell us
Oh, I'll tell you
indigenous
this. I'll
people.
tell
What
you
about
this.
the rest of you? Then?
96% of me is in the West African region. That's obviously because of
96. Okay.
yeah.
So you're
So
all over the
I
west
can't
coast of
control that.
Africa.
Huh?
So tell me this now. So when Yoruba people in Nigeria take their DNA test, what did their DNA test look like?
I would think it would be like a majority because I've seen that online where like a Nigerian or like this young lady from Ethiopia did it, and she like it triggered like the markers were like right there in Ethiopia, and then like they did a thing where they even showed a guy that went to Jamaica and a guy that went to Haiti. I'm sorry, a young man that went to Jamaica and his girlfriend came from Nigeria, and it showed that she had like her ancestry was like Nigerian and then it was like a little bit of Cameroonian. But then like when they did his and they did like the pilgrimage of blood, I guess like where your blood has been in the past couple of centuries, it showed that he was in the Caribbean. Like it showed that there was a markers of him in the Caribbean. So yeah, you can see that online. Like look up African reveals and
No,
DNA.
but I'm saying when Africans take their DNA test, are they coming back 30% or 20% of
I would think not. I
mandate?
would be surprised. I would think not.
No, but this is what I'm trying to show you. But the oral history would tell you that Yoruba and certain other people are just a mix of other different people.
Yeah.
But why is it not coming up that in their DNA? Because for one reason now they've really sectioned off what they classify to be Yoruba.
Well, because you have this, when I got mine, because I didn't go to 23andMe and all those places, I just went to African Ancestry, and I only like I pulled that like I don't trust the white man type shit. So like
No,
Rick Kittle, go ahead.
realistically, everybody in the West Coast of Africa should have everywhere in the West Africa, though, innit? If they take their DNA
How do
test
we
in
know?
Africa.
How can we say that as a holistic? Because I mean, I'm being real. Like being a diasporan, I feel like it most things. When I started studying African history, I looked at it as like holistically, like okay. When I looked at Ifa, everybody was on Ifa. Or I looked at like this section here. Like one section would look at Islam. I'd be like, all right, everybody's doing Islam. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly did that in the collective sense, but I realized there's
I'll be honest. By the language alone, it tells you that people migrate and they've intermarried or certain things like that. So what I'm trying to say, how come it's not coming up in their DNA test that they've mixed with Congolese or something like that? Because even the Yoruba language is a Congo-Frarian something language.
Well, no. So the thing is, though, Africans in diaspora, like especially from the Americas, we've created we've been there and amalgamated different genes within. So if it's not big
No,
within the continent.
I'm talking about in Africa. So what I'm trying to say to you, they've been really moving about, do whatever they do in Africa. Forget what's even happening in America. I'm talking about the people there on the land. So when they're taking their DNA test, how can they only come back 100% Yoruba and not a bit of this and bit of that and bit and everybody else?
I don't even know, bro. Like I'm already stuck on the fact that, like, you know,
Because realistically, there's no such thing as
second
Nigeria.
guessing myself. Like, should I even go back? Because you're right though. Like the way I speak, you know, I've been raised here. Like, would I be accepted back home? Damn.
No, but realistically, there's no
I
such thing
might
as
be the
Nigeria.
Hebrew. Yo, where's the other Hebrew dude? I might be the Hebrew.
I keep getting away from that.
No, but realistically, there's no such thing as Nigeria. There's no such thing as Nigeria. It's only the people, ethnic groups who are in locations. So I'm trying to say to you, Nigeria is the most populated place.
Yeah?
It's not work. It's not. I'm not trying to be biased or anything.
No, but he has a point though, bro. Because like, what, you know, because it makes sense. You know, I've been seeing.
Do you know who such Uhuru is?
Huh?
Dynamo.
Yeah, we know who he is.
The American brother who's going up to Nigeria. And they made him what? A prince, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about? Will you be accepted? Did you not just get accepted?
Yeah, but there's even a Chinese. There's even Chinese family out there. There's a Chinese from Hausa.
Huh?
Daniel, why are you worried that your people are going to accept you? Why are you letting this guy who has an agenda?
Because like, the Bible says.
So hold on. So are you telling me there's no white people? There's not white people that are chiefs out there as well.
Daniel, his agenda is to make you doubt your Africanness, so you embrace this weird American Aboriginal type situation.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Scattered. Be honest to me. Scattered. Anybody can join that. Anybody can join a tribe. It hasn't been hidden. There's even Chinese people that are chiefs at the Hausa people. What are you saying? There's even white people in Ghana that's a chief.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Tarek. I hear you. That's all good. But I was talking to Daniel. Daniel, did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
You just said you said to me if somebody's gone to some place and they're a chief.
What's the point you think he has? Explain to me the point you think he has.
I'm just saying it's kind of biased how the point of view how he's talking. He's talking like he literally has Nigerian parents.
No, Daniel, I'm not here.
That's all I'm saying, basically.
The thing is though, no, because like he's right. Like, how do I know if my great grandfather, he was Yoruba maybe, but then like, what if he married a non-Yoruba? And then that DNA goes, he marries another non-Yoruba, and then another one. Oh man.
So what does that mean?
I'm a Hebrew. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep playing this game, bro. Nah, bro. I'm a son of a doodle-wall. Get out of here. Hey, Asians, I know who I am. I was playing with you, Scattered. I was playing with you. No, I was playing, bro. No, I was playing. No, I was playing, bro.
And realistically, from all the movement of everybody in Africa and certain things like that.
Yeah, but like, bro, but the thing is though, I took another DNA test. You should take this one. It's like and they do it like they try to go like way back, and like every time Africans take that test, bro, we're in one location for thousands of years. And it's like, you have to realize the haplogroups, bro. The haplogroups. You got to understand what a haplogroup is, bro. It's a diverse group of people based off a region. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up so I can get the correct answer because I definitely plagiarized. But nah, though. But like, what if the other Hebrew dude was right, though? Because they keep telling us, you know, the Hebrew Israelites yell on the streets all the time that, you know, we are the sons of Isaac or is it Ishmael? I don't know.
No, but ask yourself this question: why were there so many Yorubas that was sent in the slave trade?
Yeah, like why, bro? You know why? Maybe because the Yorubas. Yo. No, I'm sorry. I can't continue this facade, bro. Like I started paying for Europe. Like I started to learn that language, bro. So maybe you think I should learn Hebrew? You think? Let me see if I can. You think Hebrew is easier to learn? You think if I learn the language?
But at least you're approaching this.
I'll be honest. There's Africans that will go. There's Africans that will go with all of that. So I'll be honest. There's African tribes. What about the Igbo people that say they come from Israel? What are you saying?
No. That's a section. That's only a small section of them, bro. They
I
are.
understand that, but there's small sections of everybody that say these type of things, so it's not far fetched
But you have
out
to
like that.
understand, 50% of the slave trade, 50% of the slave trade came out of the southern regions of Nigeria. Nigeria was once known as the slave coast at a time. Okay, like Nigeria just means Niger area. Okay, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the N word comes from Niger, like Niger.
It was a white woman that created that name,
Yeah. She was a journalist, right?
something like yeah,
Yeah.
some any woman.
Yeah, damn. An Esau woman. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is how I approach it. But you know, I think Daniel, I definitely want to do a show one day or a panel one day and go in deep on like African tribes and kingdoms of the past and history and stuff like that.
Yo, look in the chat on how the Israelites spelled Ebo, bro. He spelled it EEBO. Oh my God, bro. He spelled it EEBO, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say.
Leave little Aaron alone, man. He lost.
Yeah, but
you know
he's
what,
right though. No, he's right, because who are these people that actually translated your African language into English? There's no right or wrong way to spell your words. Full
See,
stop.
that's what I'm saying. But you know, you have a. I'm not gonna lie. There's probably some.
That's a good point.
There's probably some, bro.
No, because that's the original name that was on the them slave sort of documents. Like
what you have to understand is, right, when you say that, right, you have to understand that the people who should translate the language is English people, right? You understand that, right? Like if you're gonna translate Igbo into English, it's probably best for English to do it. If you're going to Igbo, it's probably best for Igbo people to do it, right? Because they'll understand it better. So when you're writing the word Igbo and you put EEBO and you ignore the silent G, it's the silent G in itself isn't completely silent. So it's not Igbo, it's Igbo. I'm not gonna pronounce it properly. But that G has a significance. In the same way when you have these X's and stuff like that in some of these words in African names, like KwaZulu and all these sorts of different things, right? The reason why the English is written in the way it is because it's being transliterated. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, but he has a point though. Maybe I should like kind of like die down with like, because I claim the two top dominants, and it's Ivory Coast, Ghana, and it's Nigeria. So maybe I should just stick with the whole ADOS thing until like, you know.
Nah, ban ADOS. We don't do ADOS. You accept. For me personally, like just choose one, man. Just choose whichever one you want to choose and just run with it. Why you gonna? Who's gonna tell you any different?
No, because I mean, like, think about it. I'm an Aboriginal Hebrew ADOS. Aboriginal Hebrew slave, bro.
I think you should be German. I think you should be German.
Yeah, but did you not say that you found that your documentation that some of your ancestors were slaves?
Yeah, I mean, no, like my family, my father's side was slaves for about, from what we know, 80 years, and my mother's side was slaves up in about good 120 maybe, and that's just.
So wait, are you trolling when you say that?
No. See, the thing is, a lot of African Americans weren't like, okay, there were more of us that freed ourselves than that were actually enslaved.
So ADOS actually sort of trying to cater for like people in your criteria.
Bro, you know what ADOS is? That means you're on social media. ADOS is not real. Okay, it's just it's an advocacy group. All they do is talk about like black issues, and you want to hear.
It's called the American Descendants of Slavery.
Yes, yeah, and that's. But see, the thing is, though, our history.
So if you can prove that if you can prove this, what they're saying, American descendant of slavery, which you are, I don't know why was you mocking it. Then I don't understand.
No, you know why? Because my ancestors didn't want to just be known as slaves. That's why during slavery we built Cheney University and Lincoln. We didn't just want to be known as slaves.
Is that what the ADOS is asking about?
No, the ADOS is trying to take.
What are you giving more than what they're asking for?
They're asking for reparations, bro. This reparations.
They ask you if you're a descendant of slaves. You say no, we didn't want to call ourselves slaves, but we were slaves.
Yeah, but bro, it's just a name, bro. It's not like the
But that's time you're wasting, man. You already said you got the thing to prove it, and they're an organization trying to help people.
No. Yvette and Tone are not trying to help people.
Well, who is trying to help them then? At least there is some people.
Cobra, and Cobra, Rudolph. Oh God, Eric. Yeah, Eric's on.
Yeah.
Good. Maybe Eric can explain it better because I can't explain it. Like I can't really. But no, you guys.
Well, basically, you say you're African, innit? And so you're a descendant of slavery. So are you saying you can't claim it because your descendants are not American or because you are African? I don't understand.
No, I'm sorry. What do you? I'm sorry. I'm actually doing two different things. What is your point? Like, what are you trying to sell me? I'm sorry.
I don't know. You brought ADOS like it's some sort of mockery or something like that. Like
It
what they
is.
were
It's
actually trying to
very
do.
disrespectful because it's made by two people that really have no intentions of trying to help black people. And
Who are black people? They're talking about descendants of slaves. Who are black people?
okay, when I say they're not trying to help black
your
people,
mindset. See, this is what brings black people down in America. Is this type of petty mindset?
what
You know,
do you
they're
mean?
talking about if you're a descendant of slave, take it or leave it. One of the two.
No. They're being very specific when they speak about American descendants of slaves. It's not
Yeah,
just.
we're talking about a check that hasn't been cashed yet, bro. That's different from what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like what should, because you made a good point. You said that I'm acting like my parents are Nigerian, but they're not, and that makes sense. So I'm thinking like, yo, should I be trying to claim just the Nigerian part? You know what I mean?
I'm saying it sounds like you're more able to claim ADOS than the Nigerian part, if anything.
Oh no. I'm going
ADOS
off
doesn't
your
exist.
I think you're taking the piss, bro.
I'm thinking you're taking the piss, bro.
Nah, you taking the shit and the piss.
Nah, bro.
Nah, because I don't get it. Like, what? You made a good point. I agreed with you. Now,
You're trying to show 35% of Eurobanness when you can show 100% of authentic you're an American descendant of slave. Which one would you pick?
I most likely would go with the Yoruba.
35%. You'll go with the 35% instead of the 100% where you can prove, innit?
But like, here's the thing, though. My DNA proves that I am that, though. Like, I didn't pay for that. I didn't pay $300 for nothing. So, like, unless you try to say they gypped me, then we can go into that conversation. But if not, then I'd rather go with.
No, it's a personal choice. What I'm trying to say to you, out of the choice you made, they showed you 35% or something where you can grab onto. And ADOS, whether it's true or false, or whether you want to mock it and say, "Oh, them people are just teeth" or something like that. I don't know. There's no proof of your genealogy or whatever of that 100%.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah. But you think they're a joke?
I think
or you think American descendants shouldn't get reparations?
He thinks they're a hashtag, and that's a fact, right?
It's just a hashtag, bro. That's it.
It's not an unfactual statement.
You want to know the truth about reparations? Though I can explain that because I have knowledge of that.
So it's not a start though to actually get something organized.
No, it's not. It's not. Bro. It's not.
Wait, it's actually targeting the direct people.
No, it's not though, bro. That's the thing. It's not.
You talked about the Bailey's plantation and all these different other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go back into the history and all these type of things, these things are traceable, isn't it? The Bailey's plantation, they must have insurance and all different.
Here's the problem with the reparations conversation, bro. It wasn't a government thing. It was a colony thing. Okay. Slavery was tolerated because that was the whole point of America, was that it was supposed to be people being able to do what the hell they wanted. That's it. Okay. It was meant for the country. The whole reason why America is the land of the free. Did you know that like recently they just made it illegal to mass produce your own guns? Okay. So the whole point of the country was for white men to be able to conduct business any way they wanted. Okay. So some colonies, some states did not have slavery. Some states did. Even when slavery was even when all the slaves were free, the South did not have it. But you know what state in the North kind of did? Maryland. You understand? Because Maryland surrounded DC and Lincoln was trying to protect, he didn't want, Maryland to fall into the Confederacy. So the combination in it, and I don't know if there's any other ADOS in the chat that would want to correct anything I'm saying.
Some of these plantations was run by the government.
Which ones, bro?
I'm saying some of them were like taken over by the government. Like
Do you understand how this America is like?
No, we're not talking about the government at all when you're talking about slavery. So back up off that.
What you saying?
So,
I'm sorry, Eric. Go ahead, Eric.
These were white Brits that came over to the colonies, right? And what they did was, along with their fellow brethren, white Brits, they went over to the continent of Africa, right?
Yes.
And they brought people over on ships. Yes. This was
Yes.
not a government enterprise. This is a private enterprise. This was capitalism, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you, what was there? Yes, there was, because Lincoln in Lincoln time when they were there, and the other, well, I forgot the other person
Hey,
name.
Torok, are you black? No, like Caribbean, African type black.
I
Or you
don't
like?
fit in. I don't deal with the stigma. Or I deal with heritage
No,
and tribes.
all right. Let me ask you a quick question. Have you got like Afro-Caribbean hair?
Listen, I don't kill somebody over how tough their head is or hair is.
No, bro. I'm asking a question. It's like
I don't have
it's not
time
even
to
hard.
say. So what do I do with black bald people? Do I have to look out? How do I tell how tough their hair is for me to hate them?
No, I'm asking about you specifically, like you personally. Do you
What is
have
ultra
Afro-Caribbean hair?
Does my hair make me the full ticket?
Hold on,
basically?
bro. Wait, you're going
Hold
off on a
on.
tangent.
If it's not my hair, then my lips. Then if it's not my lips, it's my nose. So I'm saying to you, I do not contrive with these black things. I'm actually
the
part
clan
of a
call you a
tribe.
nigga? That's the question.
Yeah, like I'm just asking about your hair, bro. No, it's not about caring. I don't need you to care.
N-word if I wanted.
Bro, I don't need you to care. I just want to know if you got Afro-Caribbean hair. That's all.
Man, come off it. Yes, I'm a Jerry Curl American.
I don't know what that means.
You damn well know what that means, fucking Bwoy.
Yeah, I'm lost and confused right now. Fuck's sake. Like, do you mean like Daryl from Soul Glow, or I mean from Coming to America?
No, like what's his name? Ice Cube. Boys in the Hood.
Oh shit, that's some greasy ass hair, boy. Fuck.
Yeah, it sure is.
Do you have to wash your hair before you put it on a pillow? Oh mate. Yeah, no. The reason I was asking is because I was like,
We all sleep with caps, you know that, Funky. Don't lie that. We just sleep with our head on the pillow, like our hair gets to see the pillow like that.
like this whole Indian, West Indian, I don't know, it's troubling me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
We have a do-rag. Who invented the do-rag? Africans?
I don't know. The white man? I don't know.
I need to protect my waves.
Oh, see. So, cool. Yeah.
Man, I don't know about that man right there, but he seems pretty fucked up in the head to me.
This Indian, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's troubling me a little bit. Like
I'm Caribbean, mate. There's no such thing as black or white and all these type of things. It's what tribe you're from. Who are your people?
Yeah, no. Do you know what? On that level, I actually agree. Like, because the whole black thing, like, yeah, I'm slowly trying to grow out of that fuckery, because essentially it's fuckery. But
indeed.
Fuckery. What's fuckery? 1 second. Being black.
Yeah.
Black
Black has
nothing to do with nationality or genealogy.
Black bloke.
Yeah, exactly.
What's being a black bloke? They want to be a black bloke.
So Ocho, what are you?
Huh?
What are you, Ocho?
Wait. Hold on,
He's a black bloke.
because I can hear you frothing at the mouth again. But just bear with me a second, yeah? Hold on. Just bear with me a second, yeah? When I look, hold on. When I look at myself in the mirror, once I can get past the hideous reflection, I see this brown dude. Like,
okay.
Wait, hold on, wait, Scattered, let me land, please. It's important.
He's a brown fella.
I'm trying to speed you along to it, but yeah, keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Like, I see this ugly brown dude. Yeah, all right. I see this ugly brown dude. Yeah, and this black thing is something that, upon just the most cursory of research, is something that we as a people never refer to ourselves as. It's a label that was given to us, and I don't want it. Like, thank
Okay.
you for your gifts. I don't want them anymore.
Why
Wait,
don't
can
you
I
want
ask
it?
you a serious question, Funky?
Yeah.
See, when you was a kid, what did you think of the color Indian red crayon?
Indian red crayon. There was no such thing, bro. It was a red crayon, and that was it. What the fuck?
You never
I've
had
never,
Indian red as a crayon.
bro. I've never heard in my life. But remember, I'm from Hackney. I'm poor, so we probably got the budget
I
crayons.
went to
Like,
school, nursery, and all that in Hackney. So
yeah, but like, there was no such thing as Indian red, bro. It was like
yeah, there
red
is.
red crayons, or like that's it. It was a red
No,
crayon, but there's nothing Indian about it.
there wasn't no brown one. The brown one was a whole different brown, but they had a color what was called Indian red, and you can type it in. And Indian red was the color what I used to draw myself.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, cool. So Ultra.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. What are you saying, bro?
So you're basing your thing on you don't want to be called black because
No,
it was
it's
given
not
to you.
that. It's not that I don't want you. I'm saying, was it something that our oh shit, hold on. Was it something our ancestry was there? So,
Ultra, shall I tell you the biggest problem with black people?
ice cream, yeah? Thank you.
No, it was not.
One second. Ultra. Are you there, yeah? The problem with black people is we have these conversations, and we establish things, and then we go backwards every time, yeah?
Yeah, no. Do you know what it is, guys? I'm not gonna lie.
And this
Like,
is
no, sorry. Let me go on mute. Sorry,
I'm gonna land. We was not given the color black. We are not black, right? We are not the color black. However, during the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, our parents, and our grandparents, who are also our ancestors, took the term black and empowered themselves under the term black power, right? Because they understood, especially being with the middle passage of slavery, right? That returning to their roots of a specific African tribe wasn't going to be possible, right? And also with the passage of history, what they had established for themselves, essentially under that new term black, was a safe space for all of the Africans, because it was an African empowerment movement, the Black Power movement, right? To exist underneath that one black power movement, right? So when we talk about black, it's synonymous with Africa. Do you get it?
No, it's not synonymous with Africa either. Because
Hold
who called us black to begin with?
Yeah.
Eric, 1 second. Let me talk to Ultra, please. Eric, let me talk to Ultra, please. I'll come and talk to you in a second. Ultra, please.
I heard what you said, but it's synonymous with Africa.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. What Kurt just said really still hits me.
So 1 second. So when we have the Black Power movements and we have the independence simultaneous in Africa, right? So simultaneously to the Black Power movements in the West. Eric, please, your mic is terrible. We can't even hear you properly. Just chill for a second, please. Eric, we can't even hear you. We can't even hear you properly. Your mic's really bad. Just chill for a second.
I'm not even speaking. I wasn't even speaking.
Okay, go on mute then, because I'm getting a lot of feedback from you.
All right.
Sorry about that. Your mic isn't that bad then. It's just feedback that was coming from it. But yeah, sorry. The Black Power movements were simultaneous with the we call it and I think it's years older, but they were simultaneous with the African independence movements, right? And so once you had sort of those Black Power themes and elements, so at one of the Pan-African conferences, after you get African independence, right? The argument that comes across between the Casablanca groups and the Monrovia group is the argument of whether being black is what is essential to Africanness or not. Do you understand?
No. If I'm honest, I don't. Because
okay, cool.
what is being black, scattered mind?
So what I'm trying to explain to you is the Monrovia group and the Casablanca group on the continent of Africa means, right, you have two separate groups of people. Well, you have two different groups of countries, right? on one group they're saying Africa is this entire continent from north to south, from Cape to Cairo, we're all one. The other group are saying, no. Us guys with the black skin are the Africans. I don't know about them South Africans who are white in the south. I don't know about them northern guys up in the north. The blackness is what is essential to the Africanness. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's
So you're saying brown skin, dark brown skin is a thing.
Huh?
I think you have to have the bloodlines, like the lineage, to be indigenous to the region, and you could be brown. So the oldest people, like the Koyosam people, they're brown.
But politics has never really worked on that basis. But what did you say, Ocho? Prior to that?
I'm saying when you look in the mirror and when you look at their eye, when you look at them, they're not going to be very black. They're going to be brown people.
Yo, he's right. I'm not even black. I'm brown, bro.
I know, right? You didn't know that, right? You didn't know that.
Like, son, I just found out I'm not Nigerian, bro. Like, there's a lot going. Son, this dude, yo, can I follow you, bro? We need to have a for real. Like,
Yeah, there's no such thing as Nigeria, man. It's only the tribes.
Yeah, but see, you right though. Like, how do I know that I'm like? How do I know the test was real though? How do I know I'm actually like? Because I did all that work to find out I was Igbo, but like, how do I know? You know? Damn. I got some work. Maybe I come from what's the one? What's the 12 tribe chart? Like, what am I, Judah? I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Levi.
What could he be?
I'm Levi. Yeah, I'm an ABOS Levi. I like that.
No, but no, you're probably might be Judah then after all, or Benjamin.
Wait, doesn't Judah run everything though? So I'm like, I'm your boss, right?
No, I'm just saying in the biblical text they say it was only Benjamin, Levi that went through Africa, and those the people that ended up in the West Coast on the slave trade.
But what about Judah? Where does Judah lie?
Where's Judah? No, that's what I'm trying to say. You either one out of the three. You either Judah, Levi, or a Benjamin.
Well, who's the strongest of the three? Because I want to be the strong one. I'm probably gonna be Judah.
I say you're Benji.
Ooh, I'm a Benji.
In that reggae or hip hop?
Oh, she must be wet. No,
Which you need that reggae or hip hop? Come on.
Wow, bro. So maybe I've been down talking this Hebrew thing for a long time. Maybe there's some truth to it.
So come on, which one, hip hop or reggae?
Hip hop.
Yeah, you're probably a judo.
Okay, but I listen.
Might be.
What do you mean?
Might be.
Well, what about for those people who are both hip hop and reggae? What are they?
Yeah, you're a Benjamin.
Wait, but what if you like hip? What if you like both though?
What if you hip hop, reggae, and rock and roll?
Afrobeats.
And then what are you?
You're probably a Ruben.
Wait, Ruben. Wait.
Are you really? You're not being serious right now, you two. You can't be serious.
Say that again?
Are you being serious right now?
You're asking me a question and I've answered it.
Wait. So wait, I
know. I just asked the question again. So you're basically saying that you're establishing genealogy based on the musical tastes.
Wait. How do I know? See, you know who I should ask?
What if Daniel likes? What if Daniel likes hip
hip
hop and his brother likes reggae?
Yeah, but you have to understand it's majority of the Caribbean people that establish a lot of these things anyway.
Hey, wait, is Witness in the chat? As Witness, like the way I speak, would I be seen as a member of my people? That's a way, because I don't know if he's in the chat or not. But as Witness, because let's see, we don't know. I don't know. Because you got a good point. Because my parents, man, we have an American accent. I ain't gonna fake. Fried chicken.
Even in St. Lucia, we play a lot of country and western music. And some things like that. We're the most people out of the Caribbean that play country and western music and jazz. And I think St. Lucia especially has got some sort of link to Louisiana and Haiti. And so I think it's some sort of connection. I don't know what it is, but it might be the Israelite music connection.
Okay. See, that's what we need to ask this kind of. I'm gonna ask Witness that when I talk to him. It's like, yo, how do I get accepted? Because maybe I'm not forcing it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. Because maybe I've been doing it wrong. Because I walk around here like, oh, I'm Yoruba, I'm Yoruba, I'm Yoruba. But then I need to think.
No, but you have to get into one of the sub clans in it, like Egbar or something
No,
like that.
I know, but that's the thing though. I did the work on that part. Like I had to, like that took money to find that out.
Serious?
Huh?
Serious?
Yeah, you got to get records and stuff like that, bro. I had to find people,
Oh no, but this is what I'm trying to say. On a lot of the slave documentation, where they said slaves for sale, a lot of them would be like Igbo or that type of thing on the slave
Yeah,
document.
but they had like they would have, but like, that's the thing though. The records, the way they advertise, because you had the way they would advertise people based off like the needs, because the slave trade went to a point where they weren't just taking random people now. They were like looking for skills. And
depends really, because like
that's what I'm saying in sections. I'm saying in sections because, like Eric said, it was not a public. It was not like a national thing. It was a very private business. So it was like count. That's why I'm saying the reparations conversation is hilarious. Because like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go to South Carolina? The Bradley family is broke and dead right now. You know what I mean? When tobacco went tank, they went tank. I mean, before that, So
yeah, but this is what I say again. A lot of our people have gone to America, and a lot of people have gone back. But everybody's case is a bit different. But this is why I say you have to ask your parents and to see what they know.
That's where it started at. That's where it started. My father wanted to know because we watched I'm not ashamed to say this. I'm not ashamed to say this. We saw Black Panther, and then we were like, let's find out. Because I realized if you were going to be part of people were talking about. I saw these two African kids and this one African American kid playing, and the two African kids said, "You can't be the king of Wakanda. You can only be Killmonger." And I felt that because I'm like, damn, that's how it is.
So who's the eldest person in your family?
Huh?
Who is like the eldest person like in your family?
My grandfather.
And he's still alive?
Yeah.
And what does he say?
Well, this is the thing. My grandfather, my great grandfather was an African spiritualist. Like he was a priest, and he used to play low. So it was like, that's what I'm saying. Like I learned the names early. Like I learned the names like Ogun, Shango. Like I knew these things. Or like me and my brother, when we saw Shango's axe, we knew who that was. You know what I mean? Like when people was hype over the Thor movie, we were like, okay, we know the Black Thor. You know what I mean? So that's where it got weird. So it's like maybe the Yoruba has always been in my family.
So who taught your grandfather these things?
His father. It passed. It went down and down and down because my great grandfather James Monroe Bradley II got lynched because for witchcraft, and they actually had like a whole little thing about it, and he got practicing witchcraft.
He's Jewish,
huh?
So he's Jewish as well.
No, why would he be Jewish?
His name is Levi.
What do you mean, Levi?
That make him Jewish.
That's a Jewish name, Levi.
It doesn't make
no, James. His name was James Monroe Bradley.
Oh, so who? That was somebody else, Levi or something. You said somebody Levi.
No.
So who was he talking about? Who got lynched? Who was he talking about?
Okay, so you couldn't practice like the way I learned was you couldn't practice like traditional faith, obviously.
Yeah, but was that somebody in your family that got lynched for doing that?
Oh yeah, tons. Yeah, there's like.
Yeah, but what was his name? You said his name was Levi something.
Oh, no, his name is James Monroe Bradley. It was like a small thing, and they even showed us.
I ordered twice from Just Eat with You.
Huh?
And W12 9HB.
All right, I scattered your things.
Orders, but then the second order didn't come. Yeah.
Your mic is on, fam.
But no, he got lynched for practicing witchcraft because he like performed some kind of like abortion. It was like this natural abortion thing he performed.
Oh, that's not really witchcraft, is that?
Well, the way he did it, because America's a very Christian country at the time. Like it's secular now, but it was a very Christian for a long time.
That means it was a doctor. Could be a doctor. One could say that, innit? Or a advanced. It's probably could say the advanced.
No, but it's the thing is, abortion was not what it is now. Like it was
No, that's
definitely
what I'm saying. You're
forbidden.
right. Yeah. No, I could imagine that those times. 100%.
Yeah, so he got lynched for that, and we remember those names being passed on. But you have a point though, because it's like my grandmother.
So if you had all this ready knowledge from your grandparents, and now the DNA confirms it, you must be over that, then, isn't it?
Yeah, but see what you just said though makes me think though. Got me out here thinking like maybe I am an Arawak Jew. Like you never know. You got me out here.
No, but if you did say from earlier, your grandparents are this and that, I would have said, yeah, straight. You're definitely a Yoruba then, or something else, or maybe.
Yeah, but I've always been like I don't question it. It's always like, how should I approach it? Like, do I walk in?
What I'm trying to say. No, but your grandparents are confirming it, as you said.
Yeah, well, only my grandfather said that like his father passed on, so we knew these names because we were talking about. Because I learned about like Ori and Odu and stuff like that like when I was like 6, and it's weird because my family is very spiritual, very very spiritual, but it's like when we do Christianity, it's like serious now, So it makes sense that like because when I look at Europe of Christians, they are dedicated, so it means that like that same spiritual system had to been there for their traditional faith. That's why I'm just always curious. Like, should we go back to our traditional faith? You know what I mean? You got something, man. I was gonna play you. Like I'm thinking, like, yo, maybe this guy's just a whack, and maybe he's a quack. But you got some. You Aboriginal Hebrews got some things. I still need to understand how you made it from across the Atlantic. I want to get that part down, because like nobody was making trips like that, bro. Being real, not until the Spanish. So I just want to, Oh, he hopped off. All right, well that game's done.
Yeah,
that was fun. That was fun.
The Aboriginal game's over?
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. Shit, what are you talking about? Son, when Witness first told me who I was, bro, I ain't looking back, bro. I ain't an American Negro no more, bro. Say it with me. I'm in Igba, okay? I am Igba. All right.
You're Igba now, yeah?
Goodness, it got me messed up. Got me out here. Right, I ain't no Hebrew. Goodness.
Yeah, now you jumped up to me, bro.
Yeah,
but I'm glad you got to meet Turok today. I'm glad. Yeah, I hear you. I'm glad you got to meet Turok today.
Yeah, he's a nice dude. He's not bad. He's not bad.
No, I mean, over in the UK, we don't really have that many crazy Israelites like that.
Yeah. Oh, we got so many over here, bro. There's so many. I can't even take it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, because I'm still going back to the question as to where geographically on this planet Earth did the Israelites originate from? That's still my question. I'm still lost.
Eric, I could actually answer that. Have you ever heard of imagination? It's a fun place.
Right.
Easy now.
All right. Well, that's bullet point 1.
Yeah.
No, man, because when I hear about the men in I'll say black men now, but black men on the streets of especially of New York City and the U.S. They talk about they're Hebrew Israelites and
you you're from New York. Yeah, you got it big up there, bro. Well, you're in Finland now, right?
I'm in Finland. I've been in Finland for the last 27 years, so I haven't had to deal with that face to face. But I've seen their YouTube rants and things.
Can we put you on the spot real quick, Eric? Mind if I ask? What are you doing in Finland, my brother? Like, I'm just, from like African American. We don't. You out there?
I know what happened. I came here because I came here as part of my travels in the military.
What branch?
Marine Corps.
Okay, all right.
I was a Marine security guard when I came over here. So
so you just stayed?
And well, I got married instead.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I mean,
I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to be nosy.
Yeah. No problem. But see, one of my things is this. I realized that once I started getting close to 30,
Yeah.
I realized that really I wanted to be a family man. I wanted to be
I feel you.
in that monogamous relationship. I wanted to build up that nuclear family. I wanted to challenge myself to do it because it was something that I desired to do. And it so happens that I did it here. And that's the reason why I'm here, because as I tell all my buddies that the brothers who are Americans over here and anybody I meet,
Yeah.
and I meet a lot of African brothers and sisters over here. But I always told the brothers, I said, hey, listen, if I were a single man, I wouldn't live here because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I
live
feel
here.
you.
There's no way in hell.
Mm.
Is
it better than America though?
It's not. What I mean, come on, man. What country is better than another? Really? No, it's not better than America.
Okay. No, I mean racially. Like, do you do the same BS?
I mean, yeah, I still had to. I had to deal with the same bullshit. I had to deal with the same bullshit that the Somalis, the largest refugee immigrant group over here,
Yeah.
coming off the continent, had to deal with. I saw stories, I saw headlines and shit about how the skinheads over here, basically that's their neo-Nazi groups over here, which are primarily it's grown men who groom young boys in particular be haters. Simple as that.
Wow.
They're not they say Finland for the Finns. The only reason why they don't want you over here is because you don't look like them
Yeah.
and you don't come from the same genealogical origin as them. And it says a lot about people. It says a lot about how hateful people can be, But when you got to deal with that hate,
Yeah.
physically and violently in your face, it makes you feel a certain kind of way, and it makes you militant. And when
But
I
do they
first got
understand that you are actually a Marine? Like, do they understand that you've literally been trained to destroy? Look at me. Do they understand what the Marine do they understand what you are? Like, I would think
well, when I was a Marine, actually, I didn't have to deal with that because
wow.
I really was not. I really wasn't out there like that,
Yeah.
in society. I mean, yeah, I went to the clubs, I went to party, I went to movies and stuff like that. But as far as dealing with, typical, Finnish families and stuff like that, outside of the people that, that worked at the embassy and friends that I met through them who are Finns, I didn't deal with the population in general. It's when I went back to Quantico and finally got out of discharge and came back as a civilian, I had to deal with that shit. But I know one of my fellow Marines, now check this shit out. One of my fellow Marines, we were tight. Because I used to go running with him because he was always kick my ass in the PFT, that's physical fitness test. He always kicked my ass. He was faster running than me. And the thing about it is, he was about the same height as me, but he was bigger than me. He was thicker than me, but that motherfucker could run. So whenever we went to do workouts, right, I would run with him. But anyway, I found out that one night he's out with his white Finnish girlfriend, right? A bunch of skinheads came up like they usually do. They usually always attack at least six on one, usually 10 on one. What they did was he was downtown in the center of Helsinki, which is the capital city of this country. Okay. He was downtown one night. It was a Friday night. He's hanging out with his girl, and he's bringing his girl back to Marine House where we live, to hang out. Okay. As they were going, to get a taxi or get on the bus or whatever, these skinheads arrived and they attacked him and her. They attacked him because his skin was a little lighter shade of brown than mine. He was Mexican. Cool dude though. We had Mexican, we had Puerto Ricans. You know, we had, you know how the U.S. military is. You got all shades and all nationalities.
Everybody's treated the same.
Right. Yeah. But the thing about it was, they attacked him because he wasn't finished and he wasn't white and blue, blonde hair and blue eyed. They attacked her because I guess they figured if you are in cahoots with him, they saw her as his white finished whore. And so if you want to be his whore, then you suffer the same wrath that he does.
Damn.
Now ain't that some shit? This was back in 1990.
Wow. So they must be pissed now.
Yeah, but I mean, the times have changed, and the skinheads basically had to back up because the Somalis and a lot of the African people, different, and I mean, I'm talking about Somalis, Nigerians, Cameroonians, you name it, Sierra Leoneans. I've met multiple different nationalities, and of course, tribal groups within those nationalities of African people here, more so than I've ever met back in the States. And, you know, they told me their stories, man. And, you know, newspaper headline stories, you know, proved to be truthful, you know?
So wait, you didn't vote for Obama? You didn't come back to vote for Obama?
I didn't have to come back to vote for Obama. I could do it on an absentee ballot.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Yeah, I went to American Embassy and registered there to vote.
All right, cool. I just want to make man. Did you get the Christmas cards, bro? I missed the Christmas cards, bro. I got that orange one. My Christmas cards.
But see, the thing about my problem, my brother, is this, man. When it comes to this black thing, I understand how basically we made that our umbrella group, right? That was our flag, our banner per se, right?
You know why we did it? Because we were just simply combating white people. That's everything we do.
That's right.
That's all we do.
And that's what it was.
And that's why they get pissed. Because the more they try to kill us, the bigger we get. That's it.
And see, the thing about it also, though, is this. Unlike how you and I can do it readily today, as you check your genealogy and whatnot, your family background and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, even after Black Wall Street and all that, people weren't checking their genealogy, so they didn't know it. So how else could they identify themselves? You understand what I'm saying? They couldn't even identify themselves as people coming out of different countries from the continent of Africa. They couldn't name what the tribe was.
I don't know if you heard of the Negro conventions, but the Negro conventions were really the reason why we never went back to Africa is because we didn't have the resources to know where we was going to go. And now we have those resources. But I feel like, because I met a brother that came back from Ghana, for the year of return. He told me, he was like, to and know that you just exist. Like, you're not like a black guy in America. You just woke up. No one, if you walk down the street, no one cares if you're driving a nice car. You probably have some issues with the cops, but the last thing they're going to grab for is their gun. I'm not even trying to romanticize it. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure that, it's always good and bad eggs. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the fact that like the overall experience is to hear that same thing and to know that there's like a landmass where it's like the people look like you and all they have to do is organize. It gives me some hope that
Yeah. But see, the thing about it is, before you organize, the reality of it is life on this planet Earth is not only ethnic and national, it's politicized. It's politicized because it's national and continental and all that type of international, all that type of shit. And the problem is that once you put the politics into it, it makes it hard. It makes it hard to find out where you're from, because if you think about it, you got all these different companies now, right? Stateside, Finland's got their own companies and whatnot. 23andMe is what they call it, to find out, what your lineage is, what your genealogical lineage is.
We ain't got no excuse no more. No more. Because you could take classes. Like, I started taking these Yoruba classes at college. You could I took my first 3 were free, and then the lady just said, just simply pay me $25 an hour. I'm like, sweetheart, of course. You know what I mean? Like they're people like Nigerians now, they're just doing it as side cash. You know what I mean? They're Africans just, you want to know who you, I got you, you know?
Because the thing about it is that when I remember when I went home for I was at home actually with my family, and we had the family reunion in Bwoy, Maryland,
Okay.
and it was
I
cool.
apologize
I
for
mean,
that. You know.
yeah, because and of course the guests of honors were the elders, the elders, from the families, and so
Yeah.
all the elders got together, and it was my grandma on my mother's side and her sister. They were really, really tight. They get together, and I mean they talk all night. It's as if some type of burst of spirit comes into them, and they rap about shit from childhood up until that moment that they're rapping. But anyhow, the thing about it was there was one lady who she was doing some research, as to where we come from, beyond the North Atlantic slave trade and all that shit before that, right? And
Yeah.
she did find out that there's one brother who came from the continent of Africa, but she was not sure what country on the continent of Africa he came from. So see, it's confusing to me because you say, okay, well, this brother's African, but if you're saying this brother's African, you have to have some idea of where he's from. And this, okay, but of course, this brother came from maybe from Africa to America, so now he could have been in that swoop of the North Atlantic slave trade times.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that I don't know, and I'm gonna have to go into this. I'm gonna have to go into this thing, man, and go ahead and take that swab, man, and
You know what? I
yeah,
went to go pay for my ancestor. Like I was going to pay for my mother's, and this is a wild story, man. This is a wild story. My mother's father died. We saw like it was this whole new room of people that like we never met in our day in our life, and they were at the funeral, and we were like, "Yo, who are these people over here?" I'm thinking like, "Oh, maybe it's just a marriage, like a distant family." Because my grandfather was a hoe. I ain't gonna fake, it's in the blood. But
yeah.
we sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, that's your that's who your real mother is." And like we met our real grandmother. And he's like, "Yo, where's our grandmother from?" And she walks over to us and says, "I'm your grandmother." And I'm like, okay, maybe she was his second wife, because we always thought that his first wife, we didn't realize that the woman we thought was our grandmother was his second wife. And she was Native American. So we thought we was Native American. But to come to find out, bruh, his first wife, my mother's real mother, is like she comes from the Volta region of Ghana.
Right. Okay.
That threw me. I was like, what? Like this is like what? Like yo, like and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think the most refreshing thing is when you realize I'm not an American Negro. I'm no longer a Negro. I'm no longer a nigger. I cannot be a nigger anymore. Like I look at myself now as I'm the son of two empires. Like when I look at the Asante, I'm like, the British were so scared that the Asante sent a peace envoy, they had to send a whole army. So I'm like, Jesus, my Lord, my Savior. So it's like, you mean to tell me the only way I could have been stopped is by the gun? God is, you know what I mean? Like white people can only stop me with a gun. You know what I mean?
Well, think about it. Think about during the time when the U.S. government was first being formed, right?
Yeah.
And that 3/5 compromise. Think about it.
Yeah.
That 3/5 compromise came about because the southern states that were most heavily populated with Africans surviving in America. I won't say living, but surviving in America.
Yeah. That's all we do.
But the thing about it was, okay, because they out on many plantations in many places in the southern United States and deep south in particular, they outnumbered the white folks there. And And the
Yeah, like in
men,
the Carolinas. Yeah, in Georgia.
the men outnumbered, the white men there.
Yeah.
So when they were forming that government, and of course, okay, well, I think Lincoln, I would at least say Lincoln was half-heartedly down with the abolitionists up north, Garrison and his crew, and of course, Frederick Douglass stayed in his ass too, but in order, well, he did, didn't he? But the point I'm trying to make is this, what you were talking about was that, when the people you were talking about making a peace deal or a peace treaty, they had to bring armed men. Okay, in this case, and they had to bring armed men. Okay, because one group, the white group, was afraid of the so-called black or African group, right? In
Yeah.
the South, the white plantation owners, of course, and those slaveholders, of course, they wanted to keep slavery going. Lincoln said, "Hey, in 1808, this shit's going to end. You're not going to be able to import any more people from the continent of Africa, from the Caribbean, Brazil, anywhere else in the world."
That's right. You have the illegal slave trade after that. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. In 1808. Remember that shit? So, I mean, but the point of the matter is that one group was afraid of the other. And
I honestly, I believe that's our whole history, bro. Like, I believe that's our whole history. Because it's like, if we were inferior, they would just let us do whatever we wanted, knowing we was going to mess up. But they kept burning stuff down. They kept stopping us. That's why, like, honestly, when I look at the history, like the biggest part of history that I love about African American history is the Buffalo Soldiers. Like, to know that we conquered the country. Like, we're the reason why America is real. They said like 75% of black men, like they said that 75% of African American men at that time were part of the like after the Civil War joined the U.S. military to because it was the only job they could be employed in. And you look at the Spanish American War. They said that Roosevelt would have never won if it wasn't for there's a book called Roosevelt's Roughest Riders, where he talked about like Roosevelt took the hill with 50 guys, but it was like 1,000 Buffalo soldiers that came and backed him up. And then after those 1,000 barely lost a man, they went to one hill and they went to another and won the war in under 6 months. Then they go out and fight the Cheyenne, because I'm not gonna lie, I know this might sound insensitive, but I feel like when it comes to the Native Americans, bro, they enslaved us, so it's like, we kind of paid them back for what they did. So,
I mean, I look at it this way: anybody who enslaves me and enslaves my people deserves no recompense from me, no love from me, no respect from me. Because
that's the one thing I think white people are scared of, because they know there's a justifiable blood debt that they can never pay, and they're afraid that they know we're justifiably supposed to take it.
I mean, think about the Civil War, man. That white lieutenant who led that group of black men, he gave them a choice. He said, "Hey, either stay enslaved or join this army and fight against it."
Yeah.
And
they said that black soldiers were vicious to the South, man. They were like, they would rip out full towns.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, they were no joke, man.
That's why I don't like this whole like just secluding us to just being slaves, bro. Like, I think the only reparations they could give us is to make us tax exempt for like 100 years, and then give us low interest loans. That's it. Because there's no check they're gonna give us, bro. There's no point they're gonna. Because if white people was killing us when we were building stuff, they gonna definitely kill us when we get free money. You know what I mean?
Oh, indeed. Because when you
especially since they're the poorest right now.
And think about it. If black folks actually were to get reparations and were actually to do the right thing with it, if they were actually, if black folks was to get that money and say, "Hey, listen, okay, first thing we're gonna do is go into the hoods of America, and we're gonna end all the riffraff,
buy all the properties,
all them N words, okay, that's doing that shit, the pimping, the sagging,
drugs, everything,
the drugs, all that shit, we gonna take them out."
I agree with you. There needs to be an internal purge.
Indeed, there has to be, because you know why? Because Think about it. White folks
Because
in
if we
Jews, when
can't
they
deal with,
turn
because I can't blame white people for where we are right now today. Because no white people ain't shooting up houses right now. That's old.
no.
We doing that
You know,
now.
you know what? Like you said before, and I wanted to piggyback on what you said, that integration, it really hurt us.
It
And
did.
I agree that it really hurt us because of the fact that um, when we were forced to stay together, we were forced to stay in unity.
And
We
it was
did.
like my grandpa told me that. My grandpa graduated from Morehouse, and he told me that he said that the best thing was, he said, you get a law degree, you can get a medical degree, but you was living next to a plumber, a janitor. It didn't
That's
matter.
right.
And then once those people moved out, once they started to let us integrate, the best of our neighborhoods moved out, and they just left the worst.
Oh,
And that's
indeed.
what
Oh,
happened.
indeed. Indeed, because then it was like, okay, well, think about it. Um, Joe Louis and a number of celebrities were forced to live in Harlem. You know why?
Yeah.
Right?
Yo, Harlem was legit black at a time. I forget.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, if you see Harlem today, man, it's like there's like a Whole Foods everywhere, bro. Son, they got Starbucks is everywhere. There's like gay dudes running at night, bro. It's not even black anymore, bro.
You know what?
It's
I think that shit started when Clinton, when Bill Clinton, after his presidency was over, and he started to work
yeah,
in the State House in Harlem,
yeah.
along with his wife. I think that's when shit started changing like that, man. Because I was hearing even before that, I was hearing about, hey man, guess what? White folks and Jews are moving back into Harlem again.
Yeah.
Once white folks and Jews start moving back into Harlem, you know Harlem's gonna change. Gentrification was a plan, you hear me? Just
Yeah.
like
See
it
the
was.
thing, I'm gonna be real. Gentrification though, let's be honest, because I live
Oh
like
no, it's a good thing. I think
no,
it's a
and
good
I
thing.
do, because I believe if you push us out the hood, we have no like, because where I live at now, if you push, like, a lot of black people being pushed out like the hood in DC, and they living in like suburbs of Maryland right now. And I'm talking about behavioral changes, bro. I'm talking like, we have this like, because there's a lot of churches and organizations out here that are trying to like rebuild black families and things like that. I have a little organization where I teach like agriculture. You know what I mean? Like
Cool, man. Keep doing that, man. Keep
I'm
doing
trying, you
that.
know what I mean? So we had 2 million farmers in this country. Now, because during the Great Depression, as anything becomes
Yeah.
major news in America, it had nothing to do with black people. It has to do all with white people. Because the Great Depression, white people were depressed. We went back to mama and them in the South, lived off the land, and came back up when things were good.
Well, to speak on that note, before you go further,
Yeah.
what my mom told me one time was this. She said, you know what? The worst thing that black people did, especially the professionals, was to
Yeah.
leave the South and go north. Because when they did that shit, think about where they went to live. They went to live in the cities, right? Because they couldn't go
True.
out and live in the suburbs with them crackers, because that wasn't gonna happen. So they went to the
Yeah.
cities, right?
Yeah.
By the time they got to the cities were already run down. But
That's
they had no
true.
choice. They had no choice but to go to the cities because they couldn't go. They couldn't go in the suburbs. They couldn't live in the county. They get lynched like crazy, even though they did get lynched like crazy anyway. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, they got trapped in the cities. Okay, the cities became overwhelmingly overpopulated. Okay, and then at the same time, because they had to live in the cities, um, they really couldn't branch out. It was much more expensive to get themselves for a lawyer to get an office and actually have clients.
And
They can
also don't
actually
forget that when they redlined us, they also like made it hard for us to get loans too.
Yeah.
The interest
So I
rate. Yo,
mean,
they used to have interest rate that were like 8%. Like, how you gonna sign for a loan for 8%?
yeah.
Crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, so I understand, as I read more about history, then I understand it, because the thing about it is, I wish I had gotten this knowledge from my parents and my grandparents. And I think it was a big mistake of mine, as well as theirs, not to talk about what life was like when they were children, especially my grandparents. And I never really talked with my grandparents about how life was for them as a child, how how my great grandparents, how they lived, how they struggled, how they survived, whether they were part of the slave trade thing or not.
Yeah.
When they and therefore I couldn't trace the lineage back, and
Yeah. That's the
so
hard
now,
part, though. I ain't gonna fake. That's not easy for
yeah,
everyone. I always say I lucked out because where I
hmm
where my father was organized, and where my mother was organized. Because the Native
hmm
American ones, they always had to like keep those records for the government. You know.
yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So so now basically I got to be a book historian now because the oral history of my genealogy, I don't know it. So
Yeah.
I got to rely on books. And the thing about it is, I'm sure you know this as well as I do. When you read books and you find out information, you realize that the people who write books, whether they're historians, whether they're social scientists, or they're human biological scientists, or whatever the case may be, archaeologists or
Yeah.
whatever, they all have their own agenda, and they
That's
want
right.
their story to
It's
be
always a
justified.
political tide to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's always politics tied to it, so you don't know what to trust and what not to trust.
I
Okay,
agree.
because you can't see the physical remnants or even vestiges, of that time period and what they're talking about. You
Yeah.
see pictures and images and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, you see videos and stuff like that. Yeah, we have. I mean, with Google and other search engines and stuff like that, being able to look online, it makes it makes it physically more convenient to do that, but it doesn't help you broaden the mind because um they're giving a story that's been given to them, and they do further research, okay, and they adjust the story based on their agenda, what story they want to tell, what part of history they want to tell, about what part of archaeology and geography of the planet Earth they want to tell about.
And
And
also
the
how they want
story,
to shape the story too. Like if they
yeah.
want to shine it, make it look nice, or if they want to make it look bad,
hmm
Dang.
So if you don't have your own people, your own family, and when I'm talking about family, I make it very narrow. I'm talking about nuclear family and extended nuclear family. And the reason
Yeah.
why I call it extended nuclear family because I'm talking about your kith and kin, that is your mother and your father, and then from them, the two lines of grandparents, your grandmother and grandfather on your mother's side of the family, your grandmother, your grandfather on your father's side of the family, then going on to great grandparents that way.
Hey, let me
Because
ask you a question about.
mhm,
I'm sorry. Let me I'm just because I'm curious because you made a good point, and it's like we've been surviving here. Do you think we
mhm.
stop trying to like make a better life here in America for ourselves? Because it's
I
like it's clear they don't want us here. So it's like,
you know
should we?
what? Well, you
I mean,
know what?
not like leave and get up and go. I mean, like because
Yeah,
this is our trust fund. I believe America's our trust fund. Like this is,
yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
work
I
for
mean,
us.
if you think about it, we built this motherfucker, man. We built that
That's what I'm
motherfucker.
saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
You know
have
what I'm
stake in
saying?
it.
And I mean, and the thing about it is, it's not only us. I mean, the Chinese, who they used to call the coolies, built on
Yeah,
those
they built the
railroads, brother.
railroads.
That's what I'm saying. So if you go back through history, you got to take a logical, factual point of view and say, well, hey, listen, those people who helped build that country, they deserve every right. Their descendants deserve every right to live there because
Yeah.
their forebears built up that country, you know?
Hey, 1 second. Hey, Val, I think now or never is trying to get on because I think he's also African American too. He
Okay,
said
well, cool.
his name is Now or Never. I think he's
hmm
too. But no, he said us. You're Yoruba? Remember? I don't know what that means. Like it's called genealogy, buddy. I mean
Yeah,
DNA.
yeah, indeed. I
African
mean,
Americans.
yeah.
You know you're doing something right when your people make fun of you.
Oh, indeed. Oh, indeed. And, and,
Like
and,
we
and let
always
me,
go on the
right,
ones who not even trying to
right.
hurt us.
And check this out, man. I don't know if you've tested this yet,
Yeah.
but now go back in your neighborhood, right? and tell your family and tell your friends and all people who look like you, I ain't black. Try and say that.
Oh, I
Try and
said I'm
say
not
it.
a nigga no more, and I got chastised for that. I said I'm not a nigga no more. Like I said, don't call me a nigga. You what you mean you not a nigga no more? Like I'm not a nigga.
You know why? Because like the slave mentality, I do believe it when I hear a lot of the so-called black intelligentsia of the U.S. and the world over. You know,
Yeah.
oh boy, I missed my point. Damn it. But when they say when they say that the majority of average black people look at themselves and value themselves based upon how white folks in America value them. And that's a shameful thing to say, but
It's so
we
true.
see it.
It's like I
It's
remember
so
people told
true.
me because
Yeah.
I was smart that I talk white. Like I'm trying to figure out
Yeah. Oh man,
what does that mean?
my cousin, right? My older cousin, my older cousin Betty. I love her to death, but she used to tease me when I used to read, like Dr. Seuss books and whatnot, because my mom used to
Yeah.
buy Dr. Seuss book, and I reread it, and it's got this long term like rat a tat tat, and and these type of phrases that Dr. Seuss is famous for. And I used to read that. I used to read it right out, and she looked at me, Eric, read that again. Read what? That right there. Oh, rat a tat 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 da 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 da.
Yeah.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, that type of shit like that. And she half jokingly she would tease me about it, but then on the other hand, she said, "Well, damn, how you learn how to read like that?" And and
Yeah.
sometimes I would be sometimes I mean smoke. I could feel the smoke coming out of my ears and out of my nostrils, man, as if to say, "The fuck you mean how I learned to do that? My parents sent me to school
I know it's
to
like
learn to read."
it's like the crime is that like, yo, I want to not be seen as an idiot anymore. And it's like, what do you mean you don't want to be seen as an idiot? You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Right? Yeah, it's like when they say, "Well, you know what? These white folks over here, okay, to these white folks over here, you ain't gonna be, you were always niggas. You ain't gonna never be nothing more than a nigga." Wait a minute, time out.
Yeah. I'm not a
I'll
nigga.
tell you, I'll tell you who I value. I tell you who values me. Okay, now I'm gonna believe in God like that. Okay, so I believe in the
Yeah.
scriptures, right? So if the scriptures say that God made all of humankind equal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I look at it this way: until any one of you can prove that you God, or to prove that, in fact, you're wiser than God, you're more powerful than God, then shut the fuck up talking to me about who I am. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? I don't mean to be so profane, but I'm just,
Yo, yes. That's how
but
it
it's
is.
like,
Yes.
yeah, but it's like, you gotta talk to people like that because that's the language that they used to
You
hearing.
know the thing that
But it,
kills me though? It's like
mm,
when you try to like when I first started getting into agriculture, it's funny how
mm,
white people would just tell me like, "Oh man, here's a book. Here you go." Like, so I go to like black farmers. They would act like
mm,
I'm for money. Like they'll act like, "Yo, can I have your house, your car, your wife, just to learn how to be a farmer?" White people would be like, "Yo, you can stay with us for a few days. We'll teach you how to make the field
mm,
and everything like that." And I'm trying to figure out why
mm.
African American. Why don't we do that as a collective? Now this like when I this
You know,
ADOS
you
thing,
know,
I'm like, why are
you
now
know why
ADOS
you
people are
know why we don't
attacking
do it?
non-ADOS people? And it's like,
Mm,
yo, being African American is to be an American of African descent. So,
yeah.
and then on top of that, when like the government paid back the Japanese for what they did, they were Japanese
Mm,
coming over after the bomb dropped.
yeah.
Japanese that were already here didn't say, well, we don't want them. We have a special lineage.
Mm, exactly, man. And I mean, I think that I will say as Black Americans, we have taken W.B. Du Bois' talented tenth theory or notion to such an extreme
Yeah,
that we want to place. When he said talented tenth, I can understand what he means by that. Those
yeah,
people who are in the know about themselves, those people who are in the know in politics, economics, um, if you faith or religion, or I mean, sociology, all these type of stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can get knowledge from them in the beginning. But the point of the matter is not that they keep the knowledge to themselves as to
I'm
how you
sorry.
can.
One second. My kid just fell. I'll be right back. I'll
Oh,
be right.
okay, sorry about that. Okay.
Hey, I gotta rush my kid to the hospital real quick, man.
Okay, man.
Guys,
Because
later.
yeah, okay, all right, man. I hope he's all right, man.
Thanks, man. All right, peace to you
Okay.
guys.
All right, peace now.